You, featuring Fame Abebre, said, one thing this song reminds me of is the 5 closest people to you impact your life so much that you become more or reflections of such people. So it's been a Tuesday, yes, so I urge you to go out there, find 5 close people to you and energize your life. Listen, it's the Tuesday, the 8th of April, not your regular face at this time of the day, but hey, welcome to the AM Club, and we're coming to you live from our studios at Inner Side, Oleander Street, here in East Legon, Accra. Wherever you catch on the transmission, we say bonjour, bonjour, bonjour. Welcome to this special day. Our mission here today is quite simple, yeah? Extremely simple. To amplify, to inform, and to also inspire with a great dose of fun, fearless, and fact-driven on-air experiences. Listen, we'll be kicking everything off with some inspiration, you know? Yeah, that is the hashtag, yes, my daily dose of Vim, giving you inspiring ways to start your morning. After that, we'll take a look and just check out what's happening in Coffee Daily, where it's a whole myriad of things happening there, where we'll look at the things that have been trending in the past 24 hours, especially on X. And for our big conversation today, as we celebrate a financial literacy month, we'll be discussing building wealth that can change lives. This is so personal and very pertinent to me. You see, the word wealth, change lives. These things always work to me. And if it also resonates with you, just join us much later on the show. Why not just cruise with us as we go on? And we go further, and then on the plug, we'll be hosting Stanley Royal Art for a live pencil art performance. You see, when it comes to art, that's where you find me as well, because art ties in beautifully with wealth. Art ties in beautifully with wealth. And also remember that you watching this particular transmission, you're a major part of the show. Why not join us on the hashtag? That is the hashtag AM Club, the hashtag the AM Club, and also our handles are at MX24GH on all platforms. But remember that we are also streaming live on X at MX24GH. Don't forget to subscribe to the biggest YouTube channel in Ghana. Now, when I say biggest YouTube channel, I'm referring to the content that keeps going on this particular platform on YouTube. The channel name is MX24GH. We're also streaming live there, so just go on there as well and share the stream. Follow us at MX24 on Ayoba. Yes, join the MX24 channel for updates, or send us your messages on our Ayoba number, that is 059-229-2746. That is 059-229-2746. Visit the MX24 app to catch up on all the fun and exciting stories and everything that happens with the AM Club, featuring engaging conversations, a thrilling live segment, and exclusive content specially curated just for you. You can also reach us via our WhatsApp number this morning, and let me just have your comments as well. Yeah, the wealth building phase that we are going to go through this morning, I want your comments on it, because listen, for me, wealth is different from riches, but we'll find out much later if I'm wrong. Oh, well, that's what the assertion is. Our WhatsApp number that you can reach us on and share your comments are 055-0331 511. That is 055-033-1511. Send us your comments. Yes, your reaction to everything that we cover right here on the show. Now, it's time for us to get into my daily dose of film. Now it's time for my daily dose of film, and as always, we are inspired by amazing people whose hard work, great contributions, and selfless sacrifices have left some lasting impact on us as an entire, human race. But today we just leave the space for Pa Kwesi Folson. Yes, he's an award-winning public, speaker who is also a visionary with regards to trailblazing the entrepreneurial space, and has in his very young career, he has become a highly sought-after business and thought leadership strategist. His unique insight into the subject matter, especially like thought leadership, communication, business growth, marketing, and soft skills, has inured him to a lot of people. He has been nominated for a lot of awards, including the Pulse Ghana LinkedIn Influencer twice in a row. That is 2023 and 2024. So, Pakwesi Folson has the floor for a dose of him today.
Self-esteem and confidence are two different things. Confidence comes with your knowledge within a particular skill. If you know that you are good at anything real estate, then when it comes to real estate, you are going to be more confident than perhaps me, because I'm not in real estate. But when it comes to public speaking, probably I'm going to be more confident than you are. For somebody else, it's going to be hard, but self-esteem is more about your image you have of yourself. If you have a wrong image of yourself, it totally even destroys your ability to have confidence in anything at all, in any facet of any skill at all, literally. Like, self-esteem is such a limiting thing that anybody should have, and that's why I do what I do. So I help a lot of people to move out of that low self-esteem zone, move them into the high self-esteem zone, help them to think differently about themselves. Yeah, self-esteem and...
Thank you, Pakwesi. You are so right on the point with regards to self-esteem being a mental game. It's all up in your head. And one thing that I would add to what Pakwesi has already said is, listen, just staying positive and true to yourself would eventually help you cultivate a better self-esteem of yourself. So just stay positive, have a positive outlook of yourself. A lot of negativity is out there. Call it noise, but stay positive, true to yourself, and enhance and move your self-esteem to the next level. It's a Tuesday, guys. Let's start fresh. You know, yesterday might have been moody. Today is a fresh day to start afresh and make things better, especially if you're watching me today, because what? You have life, and life is the most important thing. Now, that's a wrap, and we'll take a major look at the happenings across the world as we zoom into Coffee Daily. But before that, let's take a spot of music from the man of the moment. Yes, his name is Black Sherif, a.k.a. Konongo Rasta. Yeah, this is the tune he titles, Lord, I'm Amazed. Yes, I'm amazed I'm alive this morning. Sing along, yeah, because I'll be singing along right here. We'll be right back. Blacko, yeah, Charlie. Lord, what more can I ask? I'm amazed. Yeah, what more can I ask? Yeah, or Henny, Mr. What more can I ask? Charlie, interesting lyrics. So Blacko, you need to do more of such. Yeah, just keep dropping. If it is squeezing the necks of people, let's continue to squeeze them. But we want more because the Lord keeps amazing us each and every time. Welcome back from that break. This is still AM Club coming to you live from the studios of MX24. And we are located on the Oleander Street here in East Legon, Accra, Ghana, wherever you're catching this transmission. It's now time for Coffee Daily with Cowbell Coffee. Now let's take a look at what is trending on X. Listen. Guys, just hold on. Let's talk about something we all as a human race want. A success. Everybody wants it. I want it. I crave it. You also want it. You crave it. So everybody dreams of it. We all aspire to succeed and make a mark in life. We push ourselves to excel during challenges and that come our way. And also, we just don't enjoy the challenges. We also endure the challenges just so that we can be successful. Charlie, when work gets tough, I bet you it would definitely get tough. You need that extra boost to keep pushing forward. And for those days where, Charlie, you just need something for yourself, Cowbell Coffee will be by your side. Charlie, I'm about to just enjoy something nice here. But it's a rich, creamy 3-in-1 blend with a great taste, aroma that would help you kickstart your day in the right way. Whether you are working or just creating memories with friends and loved ones, Cowbell Coffee will be there with you each and every moment. So no matter where you are as it now, as you chase those goals that keep you awake at night, keep Cowbell Coffee close to stay motivated and keep going. Remember, Cowbell Coffee is with you every single moment. Sorry. You're invited. But now, it's now time for us to check out what's trending. And joining me on set now is one gentleman that we have interestingly not been on set together. Let me keep it short. He's the tallest man in the building. He goes by the name Augustine to Saint. Welcome.
Did you have to introduce me like that? But anyway.
What did I do? What did I do?
Did you just have to do that? But anyways, good morning.
Oh, good morning, good morning. How is your dusty road? We all live on the same stretch. Let us not lie to us.
So, it's still the same.
Yeah.
But construction work has started. If you look at I don't want to mention names, even though people know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
But if you look at
we mention the $110 million road, people might get it.
The one that was used to rap Kelly Willy.
No, it was not Kelly Willy. It was Suya. You see, Suya is different from Chichinga.
It's strange how I don't enjoy it. Now I need to start buying, if that's what it takes to get government documents, I think I need to start buying those things.
The interesting thing is, it looks like we'll do it together.
We do?
We will do it together.
Okay. I mean, okay. Yeah.
So how far the road is it? 50% complete or
50? I mean, it's still as it is. I'm not seeing any heavy work being done. It's still, some parts of the road is still being extended. For my side, it's still the same. The potholes become bigger each day. They are becoming manholes.
Is it bigger and better or?
It's bigger and worse.
Okay.
Yes, but anyways, let's move away from that. I don't know why you brought up that conversation, but in the trends, trending in Ghana, QNet is trending. World Health Day. Why? Because it was yesterday. It's trending, but then I believe we celebrate it throughout the month. So yeah, World Health.
So wait, pause on that. So do we say Happy World Health Day, or how do we say that?
Happy World Health Day. I think every celebration, you just need to add happy or merry.
Merry.
So Merry Christmas, Happy Easter, Happy Birthday. So Happy World Health Day.
Don't mind me. Let's go.
Imanuanka is trending. Monday motivation, unfortunately, we're on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Stride with Rosie, Jill, and Jill's Vices. I don't know what that is. Sia by TM
we will
Boy.
know very soon.
It's trending in Ghana.
Yeah.
Ashley Bryan in Gole is also trending in Ghana. Rodrigo trending in sports. You want to tell us why it's trending?
So today, Real Madrid actually they'll be meeting up with Arsenal in the Champions League. It promises to be interesting, especially knowing that Vinicius missed the penalty over the weekend that allowed Valencia to win their first away game of the season. So we want to see what will happen in that game. Someone's favorite player is back though. Saka is back for Arsenal.
Whose favorite player is that?
So Atoko Amena's favorite player. Just keeps disturbing my life about it.
Why do you have to pause just to mention his name? Anyway,
because I was looking for the very demure word for him.
Anyways, Nasty C is trending in Ghana.
Why is Nasty C trending though? Why is it rap? Are we coming to rap?
Don't worry. Let's just go through. Come back to it. Tessie trending in Ghana. Lakers trending in sports. Arsenal versus Real Madrid. You mentioned that. Saka trending. You mentioned that. Sarah Adwa Safo, strangely, it's opening on Sarah Adwa Safo.
Because it is the way to go.
Don't worry. Sampi Yale is also trending. Why? Because you and I were talking about him yesterday. NS Nuama is also trending.
Yeah.
New Week with Ashley is trending. Kuku trending. Dogu trending. PG trending. There was one trend I saw. Jubilee House. Jubilee House is trending. I don't know if it's because of, what we saw yesterday.
Yeah, but I'm expecting another thing in
another thing, right?
Yeah. So
okay.
Jubilee House should trend correspondingly with the other thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'm curious. Let's start off with the Jubilee House. See what's in the Jubilee House to rent. Okay, so this from Wezo TV says photos. Ghana Air Force takes over the guard duties at the Jubilee House. Wezo TV, we go all out for you, and it has pictures of yesterday. So every quarter.
Yeah.
There's a rotation in terms of security policing at the Jubilee House, and the first quarter was taken over by the Ghana Navy. This time is the Ghana Air Force that's taking over. There you can see them beautifully in white and on parade, ready to take over for the next quarter.
So when it happens like that, that means that any official ceremony, they will be the ones to mount the guard of honor.
Guard of honor, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I now understand something. So good morning to all my people inside the Ghana Army.
This is not Ghana Army, this is Ghana Air Force.
No, but you see, the Ghana Army comprises of the Ghana Army itself, the Air Force.
Why are you extending your greetings today?
Why
are you extending greetings? Anyway.
It's okay. Let's go.
Join is a national security arrest Nigerian businessman near Jubilee House for blocking apartment entrance. Now, this is the story I wanted us to. I expected to see in the trends. Why? Because of what was happening yesterday. So yesterday, according to reports, this is according to reports here, there's a man whose apartment is, I don't know where it is, but they say it's close to the Jubilee House. I think the back of the Jubilee House, his apartment is there. And then, for some reason, national security operators wanted to move whomever is around that place away from there. Why? Because it's a security area and then they don't want to pose any threats. And this man allegedly went for some armed men to prevent national security from coming into the house to do whatever they wanted to do. We do not know as of now what they were going to do, whether they were going to raid their home or they were going to move him away from there because of security threats and everything.
One question. So this was happening in the vicinity of the most protected building in Ghana. Now, I just want us to clarify something so that we build on from there.
Right.
Please. So, viewers, note that. Most protected building. Question number one. Let's go.
Why though? So, this is about 14 minutes, but there's a very short video that's trending. I don't know if you've seen the video where we see some persons, Richard Jakpa, is seen in that video, and then some other persons unidentified as at now. As at now, like I said earlier, we do not know why they were going into the man's apartment, why the man was blocking them, what the reasons are, why the heckling, because like you say, if it's a security zone, I mean, it should be like a peaceful, calm area where you just go and talk, jaw, and then move away. But we didn't see that. But then there are some more photos of the 43rd guard changing ceremony underway at the Jubilee House. So there you can see members of, I think the Air Force, right?
Yeah.
Look,
but hold on. You see the way this shot was taken. Someone might misinterpret this to be a dance move.
Well, not me though. Okay, but does it look like a dance move? I don't.
Viewers, tell me what you think.
But yeah, so we have some photos on there where, so I think that is why the Jubilee House is trending. Okay, so this one says, watch as national security operatives in a joint operation with the police and military have arrested Nigerian businessman Ben Peters at the Aurora apartment in Kanda near the Jubilee House. The operation led by Richard Jakpa and the Deputy Director of Operations at the Presidency, Mustafa Gbandi, followed reports that Peters, along with some unidentified armed men, had blocked the apartment entrance with his vehicles, denying other residents access. Now, according to City News sources, Mr. Peters went into hiding and refused arrest until the president's brother, Ibrahim Mahama, showed up at the scene. He was eventually arrested along with some associates, and his vehicles have been seized by the national security. I think this is Mustafa Gbandi trying to say something. Let's take a listen. Okay.
No, but you were saying something whether
yeah, I was asking
Benedict, Mr. Benedict Peters owns
is that a full name, Benedict Peters?
Yeah. That is all, you see.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, so I was asking if he owns the apartment.
From what I gather from sources, apparently he owns that.
But is that enough reason to block people from accessing the apartment? What is the main reason?
I don't know what the main reason was, and I don't know what distress call they had. But the kind of people who are in that apartment building, it's really shocking to hear all these kind of things, because you see a lot of expats there, but how can you tell me he went into hiding? Like, how can you tell me the story that he had to take the president's brother to come through? No, wait, how can you tell me the story? How did he go into hiding? Like, is there some bush there, or the building has internal components and compartments we don't know, or they don't have the schematics of the building?
We won't be able to answer until national security operatives, as if they do communicate. They don't communicate.
Oh, they would.
We would. Have you ever seen them communicate?
No, because good morning to everybody at the national security. This is a case where we would like some more explanation. Okay. We like how you give us explanation sometimes, so we would want it to be extremely more frequent. And this is one of such that we want some clarity, because in the space...
My brother,
no,
the 500 million, the $350 million cocaine bus, have you heard anything from it?
And they are cooking the
two suspicious flights at Kotoka. If not for Felix Ofosu-Kwakye, would you have heard anything?
No, but wait. The flights, no. I'm still surprised it's no longer in the trends, but I hope it's in the trend, because I want to ask questions.
Welcome to Ghana. But anyways, let's go through some comments under the post. Mr. P13 says the president's brother has more powers as compared to our national security head, Richard Jakpa, with a laughing emoji. Amiesi says, wait, so why bring the president's brother into this conversation? Dave is, wow, Almighty Ibrahim Nye, if he is not driving the president around, he is lending Ghana his aircraft. If he's not driving the president around, he's lending Ghana his aircraft or doing hostage negotiations on behalf of the police. The guy is more powerful than the president. Even worse, he is rubbing it in our faces.
Oh, come
on. Owo, death is inevitable. Some of your names saying, Until the president's brother showed up at the scene, why is he the negotiator? What influence does he have over Peters? That's a good question.
That's exactly why I want to understand why he needed to show up at the scene unarmed, and now is able to bring out someone who went into hiding, and national security went there with all the arms and could not get him. Like, that's why I'm saying national security, we are greeting them.
Kwame Ato says, LOL, the man respects Ibrahim Mahama more than the state security. Okay. With Alvin says, now he's gonna be investigated for his monies. He just shot himself in the foot. Those wondering why the president's brother showed up, Ben Peters is a billionaire, an oil and mining magnate. Likely, his friends with the president's brother who showed up to diffuse tension. Could that be the case? But should that even be the case? Okay.
Should that be the case? Like, this is a democratic state. The person was not, we've not seen anywhere that he was armed, have we? So why couldn't they, you see, it reminds me of the movie Extraction. Why couldn't they extract him from the building? They had to take the president's brother to leave all he was doing to come in.
You thought he was doing something?
Hey, he did.
Anyways, website Sammy says Mr. Peters must be a close pal of the president's brother. Then, not surprised he resisted the arrest. I know the outcome already. And called baby resetting pa. He thinks Ghana is Nigeria where they can do whatever they like. Who is the president's brother? Why is he all over the internet since NDC won? Something must be done. Why these Nigerians are allowed to be fooling around here beats my imagination. According to City News sources, Mr. Peters went into hiding and refused arrest until the president's brother, Ibrahim Mahama, showed up at the scene. This is the part I don't understand. Is the president's brother powerful than national security operatives, police, and the military? Question for the gods.
Why do you say question for the God?
I mean, it's a question for the gods. So I guess that the reason why... I guess why,
let's move on.
I guess why the Jubilee House is trending is because of two reasons.
Yeah.
Why? Because the Ghana Air Force has taken over. Is it Air Force? Yes.
Yes, Air Force taking over from the Navy.
Yes. So the Ghana Air Force has taken over, command, policing and securing duties at the Jubilee House, as well as Mr. Ben Peters, who is trending. Now on to the next. Sarah Adwa Safo. So,
let's go.
We know that after the MPP, so Adwa Safo lost the primaries. Let me start from there. She lost the primaries for the Dom Kwabena constituency.
After going to distribute
yogurt. Unfortunately, I wasn't there. I would have taken more.
2.
I have 4 names. So, Adwa, Pacho, Augustine Nyebiye, Edem Nyebiye, Kwabena Nyebiye, Tisenti Nyebiye. 4.
Now the both looked at 1 or...
I'm not like that, but just kidding. So Adwa Safo lost the primaries to Makokwe Jr. That was the NPP primaries. Then in the build-up to the 2024 elections, the NPP lost the seat in the Dom Kwabena constituency to Faustina Krugu, Member of Parliament, now on the ticket of the NDC in Parliament. And then this year, we saw her do some media rounds. Because after she lost the primaries and we saw the yogurt scene, we never saw her again. And all of a sudden, she resurrected from wherever she was and was doing media rounds, talking about how, she vehemently opposed e-levy. She did not want to partake in it. And there was a debate as to if she was the real person when the e-levy bill was being passed. She said she was actually there, but she resisted. She didn't want to vote, so she didn't partake in it.
Was that why she was wearing nose mask? So that if they say those in favor say I won't see
but
her
then
mouth
even with the e-levy stuff, it wasn't an aye or yay vote.
Yeah.
It was a secret ballot voting they did, right?
Yeah.
Or was head count. One of them. It wasn't an aye or yay vote.
Charlie, that drama too was there.
Then we saw her talk about, the fact that she abstained from voting and then, certain things that have happened in the party that she is not happy about. She expressed her grievances. Then we saw a letter from the MPP, first of all, asking its members, gagging its members, for lack of a better expression. In fact, that's the best way to express it, because if you read the details in that statement, it was gagging its party members from speaking. Then Adwa Safo received another letter from the party. I like the smirk.
No, so the first one was to whom it may concern.
It may concern, but to all.
But then we noticed that to whom it may concern was not working.
Yeah. So then they had to go directly to Adwa Safo and then send her a letter, asking her to stop what she's doing, and then that she has been, summoned before the disciplinary committee of the NPP. Now, yesterday was when she was supposed to appear before the committee. However, we saw a statement from the NPP hours before yesterday that, it was going to rather present some 26 questions to the government with regards to drug trafficking and money laundering activities in the country.
Wait, pause. Have you seen the 26 questions?
I didn't hear of anything like that.
Yeah, I also have 2 questions.
So to add to they are making 20.
No. When they bring the 26, I have one for them and then one for the government.
Would you want to share?
No, I'm also waiting for the 26 to see the 26.
Well, okay. Yeah. But So the MPP also put out a statement, or the deputy scribe of the party, Haruna Mohammed, came out to say, you know what, Adwa Safo was actually served that tomorrow, which was yesterday, was not going to be the day for the hearing. However, it has been rescheduled indefinitely, and then she would be notified. But it was served through her lawyers. Adwa Safo said, you know what, I did not receive anything. Therefore, she showed up yesterday, and then there was no show, zilch. Nobody was there except one party member, one party executive, one party executive, whom she interacted with, and then was told that it wasn't going to happen. Then she came down to meet the media, and then she said certain things that the party. The party, came at her, accusing her of certain things, and then they submitted a petition to her doorstep. In as much as she was coming back from the gym, yada, she saw the letter, read it.
She was coming back from the gym.
Yeah, you hear it all. And then, so she was questioning, why didn't they use that same means to serve her? But it looks like there was some miscommunication. If Haruna Mohammed's statement is anything to go by, that the letter was given to her lawyers. It looks like there was some miscommunication from her lawyers to her. Or she was informed, but she just wanted, since the earlier submission was given to her in person, she was expecting an in-person submission.
Okay, good. Let me ask this question. So the first letter that was seeking to bar her from going on with what she was doing, and subsequently request that she appears, was given to her in person.
In person, more or less, like it was submitted at her doorstep, according to what she said. It was submitted at the doorstep, but then it was still in person, like it was given.
Next question. So why then do you use their lawyers?
That is a very interesting question. And that is the same question Adwa Safo is asking, that if you use that means to submit a petition, why then are you going through my lawyers to submit it? Why couldn't you have come to me? Or even if you submitted to my lawyers, you should have still given me a copy or something like that. That is the question she's asking. But
who brought the lawyers into this case?
I honestly do not know. Because, like you're rightly asking, we never heard of her lawyers in a build-up to whatever was happening.
Because she's also a lawyer. I get
exactly,
that.
28 years at the bar. I mean, she was really sanctioning some of them. But, yeah, so UTV is reporting that former Member of Parliament for Dom Kwabena constituency, Sarah Adwa Safo, has expressed disappointment with the MPP disciplinary committee for failing to notify her and her lawyers, for failing to notify her of the postponed appearance. This is what she had to say.
One party, national executive back, and now catch me say, Visa ACN, and I make us say, Visa ACN. And the appointment of the same thing, but there's a meanwhile to it. I'm free gym. I can't tell you, I may be no more. I be just get some 10 and I'm just no more fast up. Minus one can't share me say Visa ends, and yeah, made a message. I say committee be anyone on the end and not doing why.
Tina BB Science and the forum before one as I say.
But when it is all no baby,
their party near the craft of their bro, what departing away out?
Oh, me, we are also party young in idea. Name of Miss and say, let me pass a gun of 40 and say, if say Bana, you can say the work disciplinary committee. I'm running me for 23 years at the bar. When no more church or letters, I'm senior to them at the bar. Now, throw letters, will be the presumption of law. And it's like, yeah, would they pass out the truth? Nipano at the money amount for 2 when they say, why you be at your party? It's your Cochina. And only the disciplinary committee. It had an amendment fear, but what's my baby? Put me card, my committee in the I didn't know come up until so they made back of disciplinary committee. I'm not going to say we committee our words. It's not just often that they be a young anymore. It's me there almost say and let the anymore. It's down my friend.
The man buying a radio so cassa, your hawk and last one kawoba, or Mamma, I bought with some cassabim.
Yeah, but some friend disciplinary committee have the years.
So there you have it. Committee be any party committee name be any ho. But
let's continue, right?
So let's see what people are saying under the post. Lightning says, you don't matter. Really?
Oh.
Some of you. Melfa says, then I had to start my gym journey. Did you get that part?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
I have to start my gym journey too. Maybe some of us will get to appointment letters when we go to the gym. So yeah.
That's it, you know, connections.
Rookie, please, I'll start following you to the gym. Gym with Rookie.
Yeah. That would be bad, you know.
Energy says they just don't respect her, which is sad. Emmanuel, party again. Hey, madam.
Listen, did you not understand what she wanted to communicate?
The only thing she wanted to say was party being your.
Yeah.
It's not disciplinary committee.
Yeah.
Party being your.
You say it's not what?
Disciplinary committee. Yeah, there's nothing like that. Pamadino says this lady is putting MPP down just for her to gain her trust back from people. Setting Spanny, if you are not leaving the party, why all this noise? I don't think she is, trying to. But anyways, it's my personal opinion. I don't think I need to put it out there. Leo's Gallery says, with this kind of attitude and arrogance, is she sure of ever winning anything in this MPP party? GH Rash says, has criminals like a Kufuado to me, Brian Champon? Come on. And so, you people are making unnecessary noise on this space. Why do you always keep us informed about somebody who is not...
But we are supposed to keep you informed. The moment the media does not keep you informed, you are the same people who will come back and tell us and try to dictate to us what
we should
do. No, we are here to educate, inform, and entertain. So please, that is our mandate. The rest of the people can also do their mandate. We know you also have a mandate. Anyways, Charlie...
So it's still,
But wait, my question. So she was going to the disciplinary committee.
Right.
No problem. Why the people following her? I asked you this question yesterday. Because I'm surprised.
Listen. When we talk of big names in the MPP, you cannot but add Adwoa Safo.
Oh.
See, take it or leave it. If Adwoa Safo is coming... And then plus, it was public knowledge that she was going to appear before the committee. And if you are famous, you expect some sort of following wherever you go. Imagine Shatawale comes MX24.
Oh, but we see Shatawale
No, but like I'm just trying to prove.
So when he announces he's coming here,
people would obviously come.
That one, dear Charlie.
You get, and then you can't take Adwoa Safo away from the people living in Dom Kwabenya. Why? Because of her personality and then her father's personality. You cannot take them up. So definitely you expect some sort of following from, MPP supporters. We do not know if they're MPP supporters or Adwoa Safo sympathizers. We do not know that. But yeah, that's why Adwoa Safo is trending.
Okay.
Nice. Sampi Yale, quick one before we get into our story. Sampi Yale, so he was the former ambassador of
Ghana to India.
India.
There's a lot on your mind. We understand. Don't worry.
So Sami Jenfi announced that a great man has fallen, a man who gave his all for the cause of the NDC. Heart-wrenching it is. Let's rest thee well in the bosom of your maker, Ambassador Sampi Yale. You shall forever remain in our hearts. And he dropped an image. So Fifi Fiavekwete, the scribe of the NDC, is also, I'm deeply saddened by the passing of the Ambassador Sampi Yale, a dedicated member of our party and a distinguished High Commissioner. His contributions to the NDC and the nation will never be forgotten. My thoughts and prayers are with his family and loved ones. May his soul rest in peace. Okay, so I wanted us to pick a few comments under the post. Let's see. So Kadman Atamil says, sad. He was a good man, approachable, of substance and a listening ear. He will be greatly missed. Rest well, sir. Nana Grant says, okay, I guess that's in, may his soul rest in peace, amen. Bushfrank77@gmail.com says,
it's okay, let's move on from him. He's not seeing that.
Nana K Sneakers, what happened to the...
Oh, come on.
Rest well from Isaac Opoku. Emmanuel Kwao says, a great loss. A great tree has fallen. He sacrificed a lot for our great party, NDC, the youth of Ghana, and many infant associations, organizations, serving ambassadorial role for many. Sir, father, leader, mentor, and an ambassador Rest well in the bosom of your maker.
But the tweet that actually broke my heart with regards to the late Sam P. Ali was a tweet from his son, and
is it in the trends though?
No. Okay. You will not find it there. Don't worry.
Let me search it.
What?
Let me search it. I like violence.
There's no violence there to go and find.
but why is that though?
Because he just reminds the entire world of losing not just his dad but also his mom, and it's. So it's for me, Charlie. Condolences to the family.
Anyways,
but can we just pop on? What's in the news this morning? What's in the news?
So we've spoken a lot about Adwoa Safo. We have spoken about it. Like I said, the party deputy. I like calling him the party deputy scribe, but the deputy secretary of the party, Haruna Mohammed, came out to make some statements that, like I said, Adwoa Safo was served through her lawyers. With a letter, but he hasn't received. She says she hasn't received any such notice. But aside that, the Chief Justice Gertrude Tokono has given her response to the president. You know, the president gave her some 10 days. Yesterday was the 10th day, and as of last night, she has submitted her response. What it is, her response is, we do not know.
Wonderful.
Why? Because I can't wait. You just can't wait for me to land. But why? Because the media has not seen or cited any of such documents in the media, and we do not know if we even receive it. But according to law, this would also be given to the Council of State to add to their consideration. So already they have received the 2 petitions. This, in addition, making 3 documents they are going to be reviewing, and then will make their recommendations to the president. Then the president will set up the committee that would, look into it. And we know that it's going to comprise of some lawyers, some ordinary Ghanaians who would also be on that committee to give it not final verdict, but also recommendations to the president in accordance with the law, and the president takes that decision.
Wonderful. Let's see what's in the news and more.
Right, let's start off with the Chief Justice, where Chief Justice Gertrude Tokono has submitted her preliminary response to President John Dramani Mahama following petition seeking her removal from office. Now, this development comes as the 10-day window granted to her to respond to the petitions elapsed yesterday, Monday, April 7. Now, the petitions were received by President Mahama earlier last month and have triggered national attention, prompting legal and constitutional debates on the appropriate procedure to handling such matters. Now, Justice Tokono, in a letter addressed to the President last week, had requested copies of the petition and asked for at least 7 days to respond in line with the requirements of due process and fairness. Her response, now formally submitted to the President and the Council of State, is expected to be considered as part of the consultation process with the Council of State in accordance with Article 146, Clause 6 of the 1992 Constitution. The submission marks a significant milestone in the unfolding constitutional process that could determine whether a committee will be established to investigate the allegations against the Chief Justice. Meanwhile, the Supreme Court is set to hear a suit on April 9, tomorrow, filed by a Member of Parliament for Old Tafo, Vincent Eko Asafwa, challenging the legality of the President initiating the removal process without first notifying the Chief Justice. Like I always say, we'll keep you updated with regards to this process that is being held by the President, the Supreme Court, the Chief Justice, and Member of Parliament for Old Tafo, Vincent Eko Asafwa. Away from that, let's zoom in straight into the Dom Kwabena constituency, where Sarah Adwoa Safo, former Member of Parliament for the Dom Kwabena constituency, has expressed concern over the New Patriotic Party's handling of disciplinary proceedings brought against her. Now, her comments follow the absence of the party's disciplinary committee at its headquarters, where she arrived yesterday to respond to allegations of her conduct. And according to her, a party officer informed her upon arrival that a meeting had been called off. Now, speaking to journalists at the MPP headquarters in Accra on Monday, April 7, Adwoa Safo questioned why she was not personally informed about the cancellation. Now, let's take a listen to Adwoa Safo.
Disciplinary committee, one party, the national executive back, and all catch me say, Bibisa ACN, and I make us say, the information is a Bibisa ACN. And you're going to fast for more than a brave and run. I'm free, Jim. I put it in me for more, me, Betty. No more, the Abidjan gates and 10 hours. Tell no man for South Minus one can't me say these are ends. And maybe a messy for Namaba, so committee be anyone on the end and you why.
Tina be sense in a forum before one as I say.
But when it is all no business,
their party near the craft of their bro, what departing away out?
Oh, me, we are a party, young and I had the idea my committee in the Muntimin Chambers. I don't know, Sapo come up on things or the member of disciplinary committee, or not winning committee, our wards. It's not just often that they are young anymore. It's immediate, almost say, and let the anymore. It's down best remedy.
The man by a radio so cassa, your hokran last one kawoba, or Mamma, I bore with own Casabim.
Yeah, but from friend disciplinary committee.
That was Sarah Adwa, former member of parliament for the Dom Kwabena constituency, where she was supposed to appear before a disciplinary committee yesterday. Unfortunately, we saw some statements like we went through earlier with Sedinam in the trends, where it was rather to pump 26 questions addressed to the government and not her disciplinary committee hearing. Unfortunately, Adwa Safo says that she did not receive any such communication. She appeared at the party headquarters yesterday and there was no show. She is therefore questioning why they chose to, that means or approach to sort of embarrass her, for lack of a better expression. But we will keep our eyes keenly on what happens. Meanwhile, the Deputy General Secretary of the New Patriotic Party, Haruna Mohammed, has clarified that the former Dom Kwabena Member of Parliament, Sarah Adwa Safo, was duly informed of the postponement of her disciplinary committee hearing. Now, his response follows concerns raised by Sarah Adwa Safo, who claimed she was not notified about the hearing's cancellation and questioned why she was served a summon only to find the committee is not in session upon arrival at the party's headquarters. Now, speaking at the MPP headquarters in Accra on Monday, April 7, Haruna Mohammed emphasized that the party had adhered to established procedures in communicating the rescheduling of the party. He further explained that Adwa Safo had been informed the committee would reconvene at a later date, which would be communicated to her in due course. Now, later, after he appeared at the party headquarters to address the concern, he spoke on Joy News, where he stated that a letter was served to her lawyers to be given to Adwa Safo. Now, let's take a listen to him.
Leadership of the party that informed Honorable Adwa Safo that the meeting will not be coming on. The committee has their way of invitation, and the committee, after receiving the referral from the General Secretary, who was the complainant in that matter, sat as a committee and invited or set out a date based on a prior communication with Honorable Adwa and set out the date for the hearing. So the committee again communicated to Honorable Adwa Safo yesterday. The committee communicated. They sent this via electronically to him, and then an electronic confirmation of a lawyer who confirmed receipt of this particular postponement. So we never expected to see Honorable Adwa Safo in the office, because the committee had informed the National Party headquarters and nobody had made a preparation for their sitting. Because when we know of their sitting, there is an arrangement that is made for the sitting, which include electronic arrangements for them, for the purposes of if there's going to be any recordings. So this information was communicated to her. And I am telling you on authority, of which I received her at the headquarters. Because we had noise, the General Secretary asked me to leave a certain meeting, and I went out, and it was Honorable Adwa Safo. I went in the company of one person. We went into her car to remind her of the information we have at the headquarters based on a letter that the committee had issued. So she said she did not see it. I made a referral to her that it was sent to her, it was sent to the lawyer, and it was sent to the aide.
That was the deputy scribe or deputy secretary of the NPP, Haruna Mohammed, where he's alleging to, or he's refuting the statement made by Adwoa Safo, where he says that some letters were given to her about the cancellation of the hearing, set disciplinary hearing for Adwoa Safo on the comments she made during her media rounds earlier this year. We'll keep our eyes keenly on what happens with regards to the NPP and then Sarah Adwoa Safo, and if the committee would be instituted or put in place to hear the disciplinary or, set to, put in place disciplinary actions against Sarah Adwoa Safo. We'll keep you updated on that story. But away from that, the African trade ministers from across the continent are scheduled to meet on April 14 to assess the implications of President Donald Trump's imposition of a sweeping new tariff policy that will see a 10% tax levied on all goods imported into the United States from more than 100 countries. Now, the meeting will bring together key policy makers, economists, trade experts, and representatives from regional economic communities to explore how the African continent can best position itself in the face of growing global protections. Now, the Secretary General of the African Continental Free Trade Area, AFCFTA, Wakemeli Manning, addressed the media where he expressed his concerns about the imposition of the tax tariffs by the President of the United States. Now, the new tax tariffs threatening to increase the cost of African exports to the U.S., potentially diminishing their competitiveness in the American market. Now, many African economies rely on exports such as textiles, agricultural produce, raw materials, and manufactured goods, much of which are currently traded under preferential access agreements such as the African Growth and Opportunity Act, commonly known as AGOA. Now, we'll keep our eyes keenly on this and bring you updates on what happens from that meeting. But on the back of this, we know that earlier this week, Trump, President of the United States, made some announcements of tax tariffs that have been increased or imposed on exports from African countries to the United States. Ghana, unfortunately, is on the list. We were slapped with a 10% tax tariff. This means that all exports from Ghana, that's cocoa, textiles, agriculture, whatever it is that's sent to the American markets, would see some 10% increase in it. What does this mean? It means that you in the United States who consumes Ghanaian products might have to pay much higher, 10% higher than you used to pay. So if you enjoy Kobe from Ghana in the United States, what you're going to be facing is a 10% hike in that price. We keep our eyes keenly on it, but Ghanaians have expressed their displeasure, especially businessmen and women have expressed their displeasure at it, but we'll keep our eyes keenly on it and what it means for the global community and the African community as well. Well, now let's come back to Ghana, where the Western Regional Office of the National Security has uncovered a stockpile of electric materials in an operation carried out at the Western region, a suburb of the Secondary Takoradi metropolis. Now, items which were found in a hideout and an uncompleted building is expected to be linked to the Electricity Company of Ghana. Now, among the items were 46 cable drums, electric switches, meters, meter cases, numerous iron angle bars, and other essential materials believed to be the property of the Electricity Company of Ghana. Now, a national security operation led by Hasim Tokonu, after picking up two suspects for questioning about the missing ECG containers at the port. We've seen some ECG items appearing in parts of the country, Western region, the Cape Coast. We've seen these items appear, not allegedly belonging to the items in the ECG containers. This, according to the national security operatives, the handwriting on these literally is suggesting that it belongs to or is a part of the consignment that was missing at the port. We'll keep our eyes keenly on what happened to bring you updates. But then still on issues of national security, the immigration officers at Bunkrugu Sector Command in the Northeast region have intercepted 25 bags of cocoa beans being smuggled into neighboring Togo through an unapproved route. Now, according to a statement released on April 7 and signed by Reverend Edwin Ajete Doku, the officer in charge of the Bunkrugu Sector Command, the interception occurred around 9 p.m. on Sunday following a tip-off. Occurred around 9 p.m. on Sunday following a tip-off. Now, the operating officer in charge of command, and his operations commander swiftly mobilized 8 other officers to Kauk border community to lay an ambush. The operation led to the arrest of 2 unregistered motor kings transporting smuggled cocoa beans. Additionally, about 25 individuals on board the vehicles have been apprehended, and the goods so far have been seized. The intercepted cocoa beans are currently in the custody of the Ghana Immigration Service at the Bumprugu Sector Command and expected to be handed over to the Customs Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority for further action. And on your screens currently are some or stacks of the cocoa beans that were intercepted by the Immigration Service at the Bumprugu border. It looks like a lot of people are smuggling things in and out of the country. We see cocaine now, it is cocoa beans. What next are we going to see? Human beings? As if it's not happening, but anyways. That's all for the morning news on the AM Club. My name is Augustine Adam Kobiti Saint. For more news and updates, remember to join us on mx24online.com or on Instagram at mx24news and also their platform at mx24gh. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you so much, Augustine. How do I even call you? Augustine, thank you so much. Yes, he's always the man on the beat, suggesting that cocoa and other things in the region of C, so things that have the name C, are being smuggled. Anyways, thank you, Augustine. We'll catch up later. But remember to visit the MX24 app to catch up on all the fun and excitement of the AM Club. Yes, everything we do here featuring engaging conversations, a thrilling live segment, and exclusive content, all curated just for you. You don't want to miss it. Up next is sport right after this.
Visit www.mx24online.com for news, exclusive behind-the-scenes videos, up-to-the-minute sports updates, and the latest broken pen stories now. Experience more of MX24 Online. Visit mx24online.com today. MX24. Fun, fearless, and factual.
It's time for sports, and let's get right into it. Yes, so normally I'm always there where I get to do all the shenanigans, but today, since I'm sitting in for your regular hosts, that's Mimi and JKD, I have to sit here and it's a whole different feeling. But sports on the AM Club is brought to you by Betway, yes, and always remember that Betway gives you way more chances to win each and every time. This time is all about the bet influencer. Yes, so it's time to get rewarded as the next biggest sport betting influencer with Betway. Just place your bets on the platform that is www.betway.com.gh. Share the code with friends, fans, and followers alike on social media. And once they place their bet using your unique code, you stand the opportunity of earning 4% of their wager. That is whatever they use in placing the bet or staking the bet. It doesn't matter if you win or you lose, 1% of their wager. So the more people who use your bet code, the more cash you earn. Start betting, sharing, and winning with the Bet Influencer. Exclusive only to one platform, that is www.betway.com.gh. Consistently always apply, regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. With Betway, you have to bet the responsible way, and you always get way more. Now let's get into the stories as we start. Let's start off from the national front and wish the Black Queens of Ghana all the best of luck as they go into that crucial preparatory game ahead of the WAFCON against the Lioness of Senegal. Earlier in the weekend, they played the first game and it ended 1-0 in favor of the Black Queens. We'll see what happens much later today. Let's turn our attention and get into more local stories and get into the GPL where Stephen Amankona Yao Ano Kwesi Pong and Kelvin Obeng have all been shortlisted as nominees for the NASCO Player of the Month of March award. Yes, Amankona, he scored 4 goals in 3 games, including a hat-trick against Accra Lions. He also scored 2 goals in 4 matches, while Pong scored 2 goals in 3 games. For the Goalkeeper Award, 3 Premier League goalkeepers have been nominated for the month of March. They include Asiako of Dreams FC, Frederick Asare of Asante Kotoko, and Shaibu Issa, I should say, of FC Samatek. Isiako has had an unbeaten record with 3 clean sheets. Asare also has 3 clean sheets, and Issa has had an unbeaten record with 2 wins and 2 draws. On the side of coaches, that is the gaffers, 3 have been shortlisted. That is the Kotoko coach, that is Prosper Nate Ogum, as well as Christopher Enin of FC Samatex and Abdul Karim Zito of Dreams FC. Ogum led Asante Kotoko to an unbeaten record in the month of March. Enin also achieved the same feat with Samatex 1996, and Karim Zito also secured the most wins in the month of March. We wish them all the best of luck, and may the best people win. Let's turn our attention and get into some more stories with regards to football as we jet off into Europe. Where Leicester City, they have become the Premier League's first team to lose 8 straight league games in a row at home. Yes, it happened when they had the visitation of Newcastle, who are freshly minted trophy winners of the season. They beat them, that is, Newcastle beat Leicester City by 3-0 at the King Power Stadium. Here are the highlights. At the table now with Chelsea. Chelsea just have scored more goals and also sort of conceded less goals in that sequence. So we'll see what happens over the weekend. Remember, this evening is Champions League night as well, so it's happening all across board, with the biggest game being Arsenal versus Real Madrid. But now let's go stateside, where Duncan Robinson, he scored 12 of his 21 points in the 4th quarter, as well as Tyler Hero, I should say, scored 20 as the Miami Heat, they pulled away and beat the Philadelphia 76ers comfortably, 117 105 earlier today. Remember that this means that the Philadelphia Sixers have gone on to lose for the 12th straight time. Here are the highlights.
We had
post the regular season as we beautifully shape up for the off-season. Anyways, that's that as far as that is concerned with regards to Sport on the AM Club. Sport on the AM Club was brought to you by Betway. Yes, it's all about the Betway influencer. And this time, listen, it's time to get rewarded as the next big sports betting influencer with Betway. Just place bets, share the codes with friends and family, as well as your fans and followers alike on social media. And once they use your code in placing their bets, stand the opportunity of earning 4% of whatever they wager. It doesn't matter if the bet eventually wins or loses. Once they use your code, you earn cash. And also, the more people who use your code, the more cash you earn. Start betting, sharing, and winning with Betway. Yes. It's all about the bet influencer. Exclusive to betway.com.gh. Remember that terms and conditions constantly do apply. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly. Yes. And also bet the responsible way. With Betway, you're always guaranteed to get way more. Now visit MX24 app to catch up on all the fun. Yes, all the breaking news, the breaking stories, and the excitement of the AM Club show. Also featuring engaging conversations, the thrilling live segments, and exclusive content curated just for you. Make sure you don't miss it for anything. Yes, you need to catch up, all the breaking news, the sports stories, the business insights. They are available also, on our favorite website, that is www.mx24online.com. Now, let's take a deep dive into the world of thrilling entertainment and showbiz right after this break. We'll be right back.
Visit www.mx24online.com for news, exclusive behind-the-scenes videos, up-to-the-minute sports updates, and the latest broken pen stories now. Experience more of MX24 Online. Visit mx24online.com today. MX24. Fun, fearless, and factual.
Good morning, everybody. You're welcome to Entertainment News segments right here on the biggest morning show in the country and beyond. My name is Daphne Flashy. This is AM Club Coffee Daily. Good morning, Sedinam Edmund.
Really, Daphne? Daphne, really?
It's good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you. We have never had this.
Yeah,
So
and I'm
today,
excited. I'm excited for that.
You're excited for that?
Yeah, yeah.
But after you owe me a box of wachi.
Because?
Not a pack of wachi.
Because?
No, today I must,
That's your entertainment. Yeah. So, that's good.
So what's your entertainment for us today?
Well, I have a question for you.
Shoot!
Do you think Sarkodie's career is dead?
No.
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 You don't think Sarkodie's career is dead?
Just 2 cents on that.
Okay.
Even the likes of Osibisa, their career never died. As a musician, your music is art. It transcends you and transcends generations. If we were, quote unquote, having serious structures, nobody will be dare saying these kind of things to Sarkodie because royalties will be paying. And when royalties are paying, see, it's not that you are dead or you are alive. Your royalties are paying because your music still breathes. You understand? We say that you give birth to music. People die. We have come to hear songs of 1640. We hear the likes of Rogers. Listen, they might be dead, but the song is transcending their existence. So so let's say Michael Jackson, he is deceased, fortunately, but his music is his career. When they play Wako Jacko right now, wow, na. No, because I feel that should have been
right.
Sarkodie's career is nowhere dead.
It's nowhere dead.
But how old is Sarkodie? How old is Jay-Z? How old is Snoop Dogg?
I know. This is the case of a guest that appeared in a media house, and they were having a conversation with him, and then he said Sarkodie's career is dead. Now, there's so many people that have come out to give it to him, especially the fact that people are saying that a media house as big as this media house shouldn't allow anything at all, shouldn't post anything at all, shouldn't allow anything at all to be played on air. And so this, in the likes of DKB, and the likes of Efia, Efia is someone that has always worked with Sarkodie. Her career started. I love the fact that when we started the conversation, you separated the human being and the career. For me, this is a new light I've seen, because I used to also group the human being and then the career together. But for you, you're saying Michael Jackson still actually has a career.
Yeah.
Because till now, you hear his music.
It's brand Michael Jackson. You see, we need to understand the conversation that these are individuals who create something that becomes a brand. The brand is separate from the individual. That is why we need to respect Sarkodie when he wants to have private conversations with his family. And we also need to accept Sarkodie when he steps out in his brand capacity.
This conversation is very serious for me, because we also had someone who came out on X to say that Sarkodie is still relevant because he's doing a hosheshe on the young people in the industry, because he gets to feature them and all the things. So that's why he's still relevant. I know you're annoyed by that.
I'm not annoyed, but it's just the fact that listen, opinions are like noses, but let us be quite cautious of how we express certain opinions. Listen, so Jay-Z is doing Ahunsheshe. Lil Wayne is doing Ahunsheshe.
With the Lil Wayne conversation, I just had a conversation with someone over the weekend where the person was like, Lil Wayne has changed his vibe from real hip-hop because I happened to listen to some of Lil Wayne's old songs and I felt like it was so different from right now what he's doing. And the person was like, you know, he's changed his style to fit into what's going on so he can stay relevant. So we can link that to what this person was saying on X. But for the viewers to get more context, I think there's a video of the person saying that Sarkodie's career is dead. And so let's take a look at it. When we come back, we touch more into that.
I mean, maybe in the future, God might help us. I mean, God might be on our side, and an artist somehow, some way would level up to the Grammy. So for now, there's no artist for now.
Not Kisak.
Kensak. I think his career has ended.
I was saying something that I feel he's a bit ignorant. Do you know why? Because he is sitting on live television and saying that we don't know, he doesn't know which artist has made it to the Grammys. Meanwhile, we have lots of people. Guilty Beat is a Grammy award-winning producer. CT Beat is a Grammy award-winning producer. The Reggae Man.
That is Rocky Dabuni.
He is always. So for him to actually, and then they laughed, but forget about that. There are some celebrities that have come out to talk about it. Some tweets. Let's take a look at some of the tweets from the celebrities.
But as we wait for the tweets, listen, for me, this award system, they are validations. They are just to, like, prop up your ego. Are you telling me Snoop Dogg, do you know how many times Snoop Dogg has been nominated for the Grammy and never won? Over 20 times. How many times has Nicki Minaj been nominated
for
and never won a Grammy?
So doesn't mean to say any less of an artist.
Look, we are playing and placing the Grammy on a higher pedestal. Fine. It's an award, but you use an award scheme to judge someone's career. Listen, it's an ego game. What were they saying?
Okay, so Efia says, and they allowed this for clicks, for clouts. This isn't journalism. This is clickbait and it's dangerous. Ghanaian media has to stop building relevance by tearing down its own artists. Instead of highlighting accomplishment, they look for negativity, controversy, and hot show. Next, let's look at DKB's own. David Nichols says, so he says, this is not right, young man, and TV3 Ghana should be ashamed for this nonsense. Sarkodie is the reason we all needed to step up. The man put me on and it changed my life. Next, this is DKB. He said, Ghana is the only country somebody without a career would declare your career has ended. Career police, Banku. He said career police. Anyway, if we're to have this conversation, I'm promising you that we're not going to end this conversation.
No, because there are various facets to it that, to me, I feel we are blowing out of proportion. Why don't we prop up our own award scheme, make it so big and glorious for other artists to be to enjoy being part of it? That is what we should do. We should not be. Look, the Grammy is there. Look. People don't know what is called mobile. Do you understand? There are other things that are there, even in the States. They don't regard the Grammy so much as we do here. There are other award systems in the States. This is exactly,
I love this statement because Mimi Sachian said the same thing, that is their local award.
That's it.
And anyway, we're going to move on from this conversation. You know Lali and Lola?
Yeah.
Definitely. I love these girls. When Lali and Lola brand comes in, what's the first thing you use to identify them?
The red hair.
Oh, you. Well, unfortunately for us, Lani and Lola came out yesterday in a press statement saying that they are taking down their red hair because of peace. They said all their lives they've agreed. Why are you laughing?
Why is it because of peace?
Yes, peace now.
Like what happened?
Peace.
Who is fighting?
Okay. Let me just see you. Want
just
to be
me. Like who is fighting? I've heard some names.
Okay. Okay. So all their life they've agreed with so many things, but one thing they can't just seem to agree with is Shatawale and Stonebwoy. Now, you're giving me the same reaction from I think Amma Berland. Amma Berland commented under their post. I love these girls. I love their music. I love them so much. But why you gotta take down your hair for Shatawale and Stonebwoy who don't even want to find peace? And
no, but on the PR side, I feel like it's a smart move.
There's a smart move, right?
Smart move in the sense of bringing in the whole Shatta Stonebwoy vibe. Everybody knows that once you mention these two big artists in a sentence and you're trying to do something with it, it would definitely get the eyeballs. And I feel it has worked. It has worked,
and my first question is why? Now, I'm so happy because we're going to get to talk to them themselves so they get to explain better. But before we do that, so before we do, and they're actually on phone right now and I'm super excited. So let's quickly get into it. Good morning, Lali and Lola.
Morning.
How you guys doing?
We're good. How are you guys?
We're very well, thank you. It's amazing to have you today in the studios with us. Yesterday, Yesterday, when I saw your press release, the first thing I saw, I shouted. I'm sure you're going to see my comment under. I was like, wow.
Okay.
Wow.
So,
yes, that was me.
All right. Okay. I mean, like, for us, when we posted it, we had our intention. We wanted to make a statement with the message that we had.
Okay.
So basically, the topic, of course,
yeah,
the article. Have you read it, right?
Yeah.
Or you just saw the headline and you just assumed?
No, I read it. I even have it. I read it. I even have it here for safe this one.
Okay. So what are you thinking when you read it?
Well, the first thing I thought of is, why are you making this bold initiative when these people are not even ready for peace? Because this beef has been long time coming. So if they're not ready for it, what makes you think that you're in taking down your signature? One thing that have made people love the Lali and Lola brand be the reason why they'll finally come together as one. That was my first, question I asked myself. So please answer this for me.
Okay, so the thing is, we don't think we are like we have the power or anything to like magically solve it, but we just felt like, okay, this is something that has been going on between my sister and I, even in the house, and we're like, why do we have to choose? Why do we have to choose when we love both of them? Do you understand? Because there's always this like thing where it's like you have to be on one side, and it's like, no, we love both of them. I mean, we performed on Shatta Wale's Freedom Concert, and that was 2021 December, I remember, and we performed on Stonebwoy's platform as well 3 times, and it's been an amazing experience for both. So I mean, these are 2 legends that we think that no, we don't have to choose. We love both. Exactly, and it makes it easier for us to work with both.
Right.
Without having to pick sides. Yeah, without having to pick sides. Yeah, or anyone making up any story that one person like you get. So we just wanted to make that clear. And I felt like, okay, if we are experiencing this, I mean, like, let's see if other people are like experiencing this. So we added like the hair factor just to make a statement and spark that conversation, So everybody has their opinions, and I think that's what we seek out to do. Yeah.
Okay, so we know that we love this Lali and Lola hair brand. Personally, I've gone to get a red wig for you guys, so it looks like I'll be throwing it. I'll be throwing it away very, very soon. But I don't get it. You told us that you were taking it down. You didn't really tell us what was going to happen with the hair. So could you let us know what's going? Are you going to go bald?
I took care. Wait, hold on. So we have cut out our red signature look that you guys know for now. For now, to make the statement. Yeah, the red is we own the red. No one can take it from us. But just to make the statement, that's what we did.
Okay.
So what we have right now, you guys have to wait and see. Okay.
We can't wait.
You mentioned our hair. Would you have taken your time to read the article? If you hadn't put out that I've cut our hair, would you have known? Yeah, about the combo. Yeah. So it was more of a bold. Yeah.
Okay.
So for us, our brand is when we enter into like a space, we always want to have an impact. So apart from this, that we actually petitioned to get group of the girl reinstated for DJ Me. Like these are the type of things that we want to do, like spark combo. So this is also another thing that we also were like, okay, let's just put it out there and see what happens,
And it worked. And it worked because everybody is talking about it. It worked.
I got so many calls. Yeah, I was like, what is going on? Even my auntie from America said, Madam, what's going on?
Sadinam, do you want to ask any question?
Yeah, my question. Good morning, ladies. For me, I have enjoyed your hairstyle, but my question is, what is the current look? And does it mean, from your answers, it means that in future you'll be going back to the red look?
Oh, of course. Oh, you cannot take the red out of us.
So I shouldn't throw away my red wig.
Okay.
I mean, don't throw it away. First, it's my arm. Thank you. Yeah, but like right now, the hair is having you. Don't worry. Don't be scared. We look pretty though. Just know that we're
Right.
Yeah. But like, but for us, it came from a place of love. And if anyone is offended, we apologize. But like, that's basically we just did it. Yeah, but for us, I don't say that this is just instantly just fall in love with each other. And no, that's not what we're saying. We're just saying that we want to just work together. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And everyone gets along, and like there's no bad blood. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And what? And you guys imagine a Stone Boy and then like concert or something. It will be massive. Yes. And then Lion Lola is opening it. Like, think about that kind of man.
Yeah.
So it's song, you know. Yeah, so.
Yeah.
I hope you've answered your question. I hope you've answered your question.
You've done more than that. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, for killing my curiosity, because this morning my head was hot. I was confused. I love you guys so much and have an amazing day.
Yeah. Everything is so much today, Pepper. We love you.
All right, that was an amazing conversation. Finally, I've gotten there. I was here in the morning thinking, are they going bald? What's happening? My heart was beating, but they said the hair is hairing. So I know for a fact that there's still hair on the head.
There's hair on the head, but I just pray that the two stars involved and whose names they mentioned kind of get to work together with them, not only perform on their stages, but work together with them.
I can already foresee the name of the concert, Unity Concert.
No, please, we don't want, we are, no. I am pushing for a song with Shatawale. I'm pushing for a song with Stoneboy, so that they put it on maybe an EP or an album or something.
They shouldn't do concerts.
No.
Unity Concert.
See, look. I don't want to start I don't want to start with Shatawale and Stoneboy.
This morning, yeah.
These two, look, the fans alone won't allow it. Shatta just makes a comment about a fellow media personality who is now acting up like him after bashing him several years. Shatta comments, posts the photo, and his followers come for him. Please, that is the kind of really stark people, like, yo, they are focused on Shatawale. Right. We don't want, and Stoneboy, please, we want peace. As someone said, we want peace.
So can we keep peace concert? He's saying Unity Concert.
He did. It's okay.
It's okay. Well, I love these girls so much, and I hope they bring the red hair really. You saw me when I was in my red hair last week, right?
Yeah.
You did. How was it? Did it pepper them?
See. When you say pepper, what comes to mind is wachi.
Okay, it's fine. All right.
Talking about wachi a lot.
You're moving away from that. We are getting into some international stories right now. We have Jemima Osunde saying that every actor and actress has now turned into an influencer, and she's not here for it. So let's quickly get into it. Ghanaian musician and let's quickly get into it, as Nollywood actress Jemima Osunde has sparked a heated debate online by expressing her frustration over the increasing pressure and actors have to go through to maintain a strong social media presence. In a recent interview, she lamented that the industry now requires actors to create online content to promote their work, essentially forcing them to be social media content creators. Osunde argued that this expectation is unfair, citing examples like Keanu Reeves, who doesn't constantly appear on social media outside of his acting roles. Her statement has divided opinions, with some agreeing that social media shouldn't be a reason for casting, while others believe it's a necessary tool for career growth in today's digital age. Let's take a look at the video. Okay, but what do you think about what Jemima Osunde said?
Well, it's actually true. You see, like I was saying, some people like to be really, really, quiet on the low. Let me just get the job done and get out of the space. Others want to explore other opportunities. You can't use the marking scheme for other people to mark the lives of others. It doesn't work that way. Even in this country, there are some musicians who just like to put out their music and then they go to sleep. I know some musicians who, aside the fact that they have a project out, you won't see them on any platform talking. Even social media. There are some who have now gone to the furthest end of even creating content and expanding their brand to become genuine entertainers and no longer just maybe musicians or something. So I really understand where she's coming from, and I really, really also side with it.
What is the growth aspect? The aspect that, the people were like, social media helps you promote your career. It gives you growth as an actor and an actress. Mind you that being an influencer is a different career from being an actor and an actress. So if you're going on set as an actor, you come home and then you gain at the side as an influencer. Isn't it a good thing?
So you might be thinking it's good for you. That is how you are building your wealth, like we'll be discussing much later. But for someone, building their wealth is coming to act, taking the proceeds, going to invest in a different entity, doing something away from social media. So it works differently. So I feel everybody has got their own way to go. It's not a one-size-fits-all thing. So I really side with it. Just like me, I am very, very, I don't do social media plenty like that. No, I don't. you know.
I know. Yeah. Well, it's been an amazing time having a conversation with you today on the Entertainment News segment. My name is Daphne Flashy. Now, Sedinam, before I go,
okay.
I know you're an English person.
Hey.
Today, I want to learn a new word. I want to use that word to shake people today.
But why are you putting me on the spot? What is it?
Just give me one word and let me go.
One word?
Yeah. One word so that I can form a sentence and go.
Simple.
Yeah.
That's the word.
No, I want big word. The word I've not heard before.
Well, okay, see, I personally do not believe in big words.
Sedinam, sometimes when you're there talking to me, the words will be flowing. I'll just be looking at your face.
Yeah, that is off the screen. Come on.
If you will show me, I'm going. I am dynamically and gigantically offended.
Is that what I do?
Leave me.
Is that what I do?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you had an amazing time this Tuesday morning on the AM Club Entertainment News segment. My name is Will and forever be Daphne Flashy. I'll come your way same time tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Daphne. I don't know why you are pushing me to the wall to speak some form of conjure some words and magically put them together to make unassailable impressions on you on set, but we'll leave it at that. Anyways, I think I got my way with that. Anyways, let's continue as in today's dynamic business environment. A robust workforce is pivotal to achieving success. Today, we're talking a lot about success and building, and the word success is important. And this is why we have thoughtfully designed our corporate health insurance plans to empower your employees and bolster your organization's performance with equity health insurance. Your investment transcends ordinary insurance. It represents, yes, it transcends the ordinary and goes into the future and protects the future also of your company. Our health plans are individually tailored to accommodate the unique needs of your employees, offering comprehensive coverage and exceptional benefits. Our support goes beyond administrative tasks and premiums. Yes, we don't just do premium business. We are really focused on making sure that your workforce is always healthy and at post. At Equity Health Insurance, we are dedicated to standing by your side throughout the entire journey. Feel free to reach out to us, yes, at a very special number. That is 0501 515 124. That is 0501 515 124 or 0539 135 073 0539 135 073, so that we can have an enhanced chart with regards to the level of service we can provide for you. Always here for you. And also remember that if you're out there looking for the best value when it comes to data and voice packages that are tailor-made specifically for you, welcome to Telecel, where we understand that each and everyone out there has their own preferences, and that is why we have the unbeatable made for me bundles that are just made specifically for you. They are personalized, customized, affordable, yes, data packages and voice packages as well, just for you. Simply dial *530# or download the Telecel app on any of your mobile telephony devices for your special made for me bundle subscription. Remember, the Telecel, we always connecting energies. Now it's time for us to get ready and get into another festive celebration. No, we are not yet in Christmas, but it is time for workers to also enjoy. We're talking about the More 24. Yes, More 24. You know where you are going, right? It's all about the Workers' Day fair, yeah, I should say, and it's here. It's time for you to get into it on the 1st of May. Join us at the Afros Event Center, Lagos Avenue, East Legon. That is the location for an unforgettable day of shopping, entertainment, and networking. Your networking. Oh, Charlie, what are you waiting for? Or you are looking for somewhere to go out on the 1st and just attend something nice, meet people, and shop. Enjoy live performances. Then we got something exclusively special for you. Come through and enjoy exclusive discounts, amazing deals, and a chance to promote your business right here on MX24. Yeah, we'll be chilling, hanging out with all the people them. Yeah, come through. Let's have a good time. Alright, that's that as far as that is concerned. For Coffee Daily, up next, Lifestyle Daily, right after this break. We'll be right back.
Visit www.mx24online.com for news, exclusive behind-the-scenes videos, up-to-the-minute sports updates, and the latest broken pen story. More of MX24 Online. Visit MX24 Online.
I'm Edna and I'm 24 years of age, living with cerebral palsy for the past 24 years. And it's always been up and down. At times I give up, thinking that I'll end my life. It got to a point I went for job hunting behind my mom's back. I felt like, am I going to be a burden upon my family? Growing up, I wanted to become a radio presenter to solve problems and then to help others who have the same disability like me.
She came to me one time and she was like, she wants to apply for a job. I'm like, is she sure she wants to do it?
Writing an application anywhere I see workers needed.
I picked her book and I realized that there was some this information about going to look for a job application. I said, I became very free. I said, why?
But I'm not the one who submitted the application. It's my younger brother who was submitting because he had faith in me.
When I was asking her, she started crying. Mommy, you told me I didn't listen because whenever I go, they say I'm disabled, so they will not give me a job. I said, I told you.
Then she brought up the plan of soap business. And we started, but we were using red oil. And the red oil, we nearly burned the house.
She was saying that she doesn't want to give up. He said, Mommy, it's animal fat. Why don't we try that one?
Before that, I've tried a lot of oil in the room. All of them, they didn't work. They were not as hard as I want. So then I tried cow and it worked. And they even suggest to me that a good fat will do the work even perfect.
The soap na buy and be brave, especially actually butcher ya any mono. Soap near this senior ma and ne price near affordable.
Samina no the between mama more silver and we fine. And any product now the yen is exceptional.
For the past 1 year, I've been doing this soap business. My biggest challenge was the fact that there was shortage of fat in the butcher house.
And the onya product no all the year I to be no na hardware. Emma nyamatono relationship now in terms so auntie Samina no so onya product na hardware.
When she does the soap and she goes out of it, people cheat her. She'll go and sell and they will buy it on credit. They don't pay her. And they have to go around to take the money for her.
How I got to know about Ghana Grows was a big surprise to me. One of our teachers called me that I'm needed at Koforidua. And I told him that how?
They have to encourage her so that we can go to the place to see things for myself. In fact, I don't know what to say. How to well.
I got to Koforidua and I called my teacher and I was like, "Sir, please." She was like, "The people received you." I was like, "Yes, but what are we doing here?" He said, "Nothing. Just follow instructions." Until we went into the crowd and I saw that I was Ghana Growth program.
Sometimes you won't say, "You first say be papa be and few but Edna et me I be say and say one so what is Edna no on bet me more than what Edna too is doing."
Yeah, who say our talents be brave. Until they are all starting on keep it up. My name na Bemumbu.
I am very proud that after all these years, she's trying her best and she's been selected.
Mommy always tell me this, that 1,000 journey begins with a step. And I know that one day I'll be there. So in few years to come, employing people with disability is #1.
I'm grateful to Ghana Growth. And all these years I've sacrificed for her has not gone in vain.
The advice I'll give to someone who is trying to start a business or who is like me and dreaming big, hey, Dubai wasn't built in one day. My name is Edna Vosa, the soap maker, all types and different kind of soap. Ghana Grows Hope Day.
Ghana Grows Hope Day.
Here's Kwame and Yao. After hours of planning, both have locked in the same perfect multi-bet. Big win for United, over 1.5. And both teams to score in the London Derby. But who could have picked Leicester over City? Or a high-scoring game at the Bridge? There's nothing worse than having your perfect multi-bet missing. But there's nothing better than having it saved. Bet Saver. Win, even if your bet misses.
This is a call to you. The dreamers. The ones that see no boundaries.
Dreamers take a chance.
The explorers that chart their own path.
Unlock the vibes, connect the energy.
The ones that dare to challenge the status quo.
Get connected, feel the vibe.
When others try to think outside the box, you wonder, what box?
Catch the wave, enjoy the ride.
To the architects of their journeys. Every connection is an opportunity to explore every experience. This is your call to adventure. Your journey begins here. Be bold, be daring, be free. Connecting passions, connecting dreams, connecting ambitions. Telecel, connecting energies.
Michael has been exceptional, surpassed all his targets. Let's hear from this year's Staff of the Year.
This wouldn't be possible without a strong relationship. You've been with me through university. All those days of studying together just to ace those tests, which we did, by the way. And those days of the side hustles, you were there. All of these have prepared me for this moment. Cowbell Coffee has been there with me every single step of the way.
For the big days and the seemingly ordinary, creamy Cowbell Coffee is with you every moment.
This advert is FDA approved.
So welcome back from that particular break. Yes, you're still here. Yeah, this is the AM Club. I know a lot of guys are getting confused, but I'm just sitting in for the regular hosts. Yeah, so JKD and Mimi, they are out on official duty, and yes, I have the humongous honor of sitting in their stead. Anyway, so it's time for Lifestyle Daily. We'll be getting into that particular conversation. However, remember that healthcare should be always affordable, accessible to each and every one, regardless of financial status. And with this in mind, Equity Health Insurance introduces the Micro Health Plan. Stay with me. Listen to the name. The Micro Health Plan is a cost-effective health insurance solution tailor-made for the likes of traders, yes, market traders, artisans, small business owners, and low-income earners. For as little as a 52 Ghana cedis, yes, 52 Ghana cedis. I don't know if my producer would make available some 52 cedis for me, or you say I should continue. Yes, so with as little as 52 Ghana cedis per month, you can get access to outpatient and inpatient care, consultancy services or consultations with accredited health professionals, emergency medical assistance, essential medications, and diagnosis plan. Yes, it's all about the Micro Health Plan, and it will take you 52 cedis a month. 52 cedis. So just call the numbers and enroll. Equity Health Insurance is always here for you. And also, always be hydrated with Jibu water. Yes, you're looking for water that is clean, water that is hygienically put together or packaged for your consumption. Look no further than Jibu water. Water you can trust that you can cook with. Water you can trust that would always keep you hydrated. Look no further than Jibu water. The 20-liter innovative bottles as well as the 18.9-liter bottles that are meant for your dispensers are just out there to make sure that you always have good water, clean water, hygienic water for yourself, your family, and all your loved ones. If you're looking to order some water for your friends and family, it's someone's birthday, you don't know what to get them, simple, get them Jibu water, finish. Water, they say what? It's life. You can call 0209-845-817. That's 0209-845-817, or visit www.jibuco.com/GH for more information about this particular brand. Jibu Water, a better life. Now, it's time for us to get into the big conversation today. We always look to improve your life with this particular part of the conversation. And as we celebrate Financial Literacy Month, we are discussing, like I said earlier, building wealth that can change lives. So pick a pen and paper, building wealth, underline. That can change lives. So underline the change lives, building wealth. They are the two main things we'll be talking about. And joining us for this particular convo is Peter Asare Nyarko. Yes, this name actually sounds like the name of one of my former mates back in JHS.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But Peter is a certified financial coach and executive director, Center for Financial Literacy Education, Africa. Chairman, you be big man. Oh, Piero. Oh, Chairman Peter. Oh,
sure.
You be big man. You be big man. You be big man. But being a big man, and we're talking about Financial Literacy Month, we're also going to literally just delve into the wealth building and changing lives conversation. My first question is, what is the difference, or how different is it between riches and wealth building? Are they linked, or they are two different things entirely?
Great. Thank you very much, and happy Financial Literacy Month.
How do I respond? Me, the financial part, when you say happy...
building wealth, changing lives.
Okay.
Happy Financial Literacy Month.
Building wealth...
Changing lives.
Changing my own life. Yeah. Let's go.
Great. So, with wealth and riches, they are two separate things. But then mostly we use them interchangeably. But then they have a distinct differences. So, all wealthy people are rich, but not all rich people are wealthy. All wealthy people are rich people because they have built the systems, they have the systems in place, and it keeps giving them money. And so they can afford to buy anything they want to buy. And being rich is getting to a point where at a particular moment in time, you can afford everything that you want to buy. And so when you get your monthly paycheck, at that moment you can go out and spend money, buy things that you want to buy. But then a week later, you go back to broke.
Factory settings.
Yes, when you win the lottery, you can buy anything that you want to buy. But then once that money is exhausted, you go back to square zero. But then a wealthy person, because he has the system, being wealthy and being rich is not the same. All wealthy people are rich people, but then not all rich people are wealthy people.
I like that. So not all rich people are wealthy people.
Yes.
So you can be rich for a second, broke the next second.
Yes.
But once you are wealthy, you are rich.
Yes.
So you are far from brokenness.
Stop.
Wonderful. But let me bring in one factor that people consider a lot when they want to build wealth. They talk about savings and saving.
First, you need to earn money. After earning the money, you save the money. And then you invest the money. And so without savings, there's no way you can invest money, because you might want to do some investment, but then you need to accumulate a certain amount of money to be able to do that investment, to create wealth.
Okay.
And so you leverage savings, you put your money, if you want to start a business, and you need, let's say, 20,000 to start a business, you might have to save for a while to invest that money to start the business. And so savings play a role in your wealth building process.
Wonderful. Now, since savings is playing a role, and you just told us that we need to save to start getting to the wealth building stage, there's one thing that largely affects savings. There are a lot of geopolitical things that happen. There's also inflation. You can start saving money today. By next week, the money has devalued. So how important, or how do these kind of geopolitical issues, including what I was talking to you about, the Kobe tax, Donald Trump has put a 10% tax on all things coming from Africa. So when my brother in the US wants to eat some Kobe, he has to pay 10% more. So it's Kobe tax. So it eats into his savings. How do these geopolitical issues or happenings affect savings, and also add the whole conversation of inflation with regards to wealth building?
Yeah, sure. So these are critical factors that affect our wealth building process. And so if inflation rises, the money that you are putting in the bank loses its value. And so you need to find ways to also beat inflation. So that's where you need to invest that money in some investment that will position your money ahead of inflation. Exchange rate can also affect people's wealth building process, because let's say if you are someone who buys goods outside, and now the exchange rate dollar is 15 and the CD is somewhere, you need a lot of CDs to be able to buy your stuff. And so that will also affect your wealth building process. And then things like the taxes, like the one Mr. Trump.
Yeah, there could be tax.
Yes. They all play a part in a country's world building process. And so this is why most of the countries goes into diplomatic agreements with other countries so that they can leverage that to ease the economic burden of their citizens. So all these factors play a huge role. If a country wants its citizens to create wealth, then he must provide that enabling environment.
Wonderful.
And signing agreements with other countries, even the neighboring countries, also play a role. And so if Burkina Faso is saying Ghana shouldn't import tomatoes from Burkina Faso, it is going to affect the Ghanaian economy. And so all these geopolitical issues, it affects the world building process.
Wonderful. Now we've spoken about how these things get to affect our, now use me as a case study, please. My wealth building process.
Yes.
Now everything's expensive. But let's look at my wealth building process again. How easy is it going to be for me to build wealth in the current global economy?
Yes. It's easy.
Wow.
Yes.
Kindly elaborate.
It's easy.
I'm all ears. Please,
but
pen and paper.
It's easy. But then it takes a lot of time. Nothing happens overnight.
Time.
Yes. You need time, you need patience, you need consistency, and you need persistence. And so there's this Japanese, I think Chinese proverb that says, money grows on the tree of persistence. Money grows on the tree of persistence. And so if you want something, you don't just go in one and then give up. You have to keep going at it. So when you are building wealth, it will start from you identifying your wealth building strategy. So someone will say, for me, I want to leverage the corporate environment to create wealth.
Okay.
And so they will add value to themselves. They will get a high-paying jobs. They will upgrade themselves and then get to a senior level and then use their income to do other investments. And that can help them create wealth.
Yeah.
Someone will say, for me, I want to go entrepreneurship. So I'll start my own business. They will identify a niche, create a product or service, and then push it over time. And that can also help them to create wealth. Someone will say, for me, I just want to do investment. And so they will sit at the comfort of their home, look at the investments that they can put money in, leverage that and build it over time. And so you need a lot of time, you need your strategy, and then once you get the strategy, follow it and don't give up on it.
Wonderful. You've spoken about time. Time, dear. Let me speak my broken English. Time, dear. We understand the time, but let's take it back to some of the strategies you just mentioned. Some people leverage the corporate ladder, others leverage entrepreneurship. Can you give us some more strategies? Maybe give me now. Use me. Great. You don't worry. They'll understand me when I talk to them. So don't worry. So, what are some of the strategies that are there? So please elaborate more, like add some more, so that people don't like entrepreneurship, people don't like the corporate as well. So give us more. Give us more strategies.
Great. So to make it even more easier, there's a time a man works for money, and there's a time money works for a man. And before you can start your world building process, you need income. You need income. And with income or with money, you need ideas to generate that income. And so if you want to leverage the corporate environment, that's an idea that you have. But then before an organization can employ you, you need to upgrade yourself. So that's the reason why we all go to school. We go to school to acquire knowledge and skills. And then we will use that knowledge and skills to go and apply for a job. Tell them, I have knowledge in accounting. And so I'll go to an accounting firm and tell them, I have knowledge in this, what you are doing. So employ me and then pay me every month. So at that point, now you are receiving income. Once you start receiving the income, you need to put your personal financial planning in place. This is where you manage your money effectively. You save money wisely and you do your investment. So every money that comes to you as an employee, a percentage of it should go towards savings. While you are thinking about, if I am able to accumulate enough money in my savings, what am I going to use that money for? Because if you leave that money in your bank account, inflation will catch up with that money.
Yeah.
And so that money must work hard as you are working. Put that money to work. So even as you are working for someone, think about other ways. Leverage investment. So someone said, not all of us can start a business, but everyone can invest. And so if you are working for someone, the money that comes to you, do investment. You can start with T-bill so that you beat inflation. And then you can go into stocks. You can go into income-generating assets. You can start businesses around. A friend of mine owns a lot of businesses. And so every month, small profit to come from here, small profit to come from here. It's making almost 14,000 in a month.
Oh, wow.
From delivery business, mobile money joints, barbering shop. Money is coming, don't spend all the income. Save a portion or a percentage of that income. And then leverage that income to do investments. And that will help you build wealth.
Wonderful. But I want to ask a question for my Gen Z people.
Yeah.
So right, the Gen Z people there, everything is online.
But then when you get their attention and you don't have substance, when you get all the attention, you get all the hype, and you don't have substance to back up with that attention and hypes, you are not going anywhere. And so even as they are accumulating the social media followers, they should also build skill sets. They should also upgrade themselves. Learn something, learn a trade, learn a skill, and then leverage that. Once you have the social media followers and then you have a skill, you can even use that to promote your business or even start a business with the people that you have online. So having the followers is great, but then the next step should be, how do I leverage these followers? Let me sit down, build a skill set, or let me sit down, develop a business that will benefit my followers and leverage that. Yes. I tell people, see, when you get money, you don't need to spend money to impress people. When you post all those nice pictures, people will like it. But then after that, what's next? So develop a model, a product, or a service that will benefit the people. And the more they love you, the more they will patronize your product. Because people do business with people they know. And so because you're always in touch with them, they know you. So once you start putting business out there, people will take advantage of that.
Wonderful. So please, my Gen Zs, I asked your burden question for you. So yeah, convert the followers into cash. Yeah, don't be fighting each other that. And I have more followers than you. And I have more followers than you. Yeah, all of you, it is structure that you'd be picking, but you say you have more followers than each other. Anyways, Piero, let's continue. Let's now talk a little more about the Financial Literacy Month. Tell me more. Why Financial Literacy Month? Anyways, so let me also say it. Happy Financial Literacy Month.
Building world changing lives. Yes, so Financial Literacy Month actually started about 2 decades ago in the US. It's a global initiative. But then here in Ghana, we launched it in 2021. And since 2021, the Center for Financial Literacy Education Africa and our strategic partners, every year in April, we observe and celebrate Financial Literacy Month. And so this is a dedicated initiative that seeks to create awareness, educate the general public on financial awareness and financial literacy, so that people can get and keep their financial house in order. So during this campaign month, we do conferences, we do community engagement, market outreaches, we go to various schools, we do webinars, we do media engagement, just like we are doing today, just to create public awareness. We want people to get the essential principles of personal financial management. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. We'll get into the activities that you have lined up much later. But we've spoken about the building wealth theme and the phase and a lot more on that. But why would you say financial literacy is actually so important in today's economy? Because you and I know that financial literacy is not something that's taught in JHS. It's not something that's taught in SHS. Even in the university, if you go and read political science, they will not teach you financial literacy.
Yeah, sure.
So,
that's so true.
why is it that important, and yet we omit it?
Yes, financial literacy is the whole being of an individual. Without financial literacy, you are shooting yourself in the foot. Let me put it that way, because everything we do revolves around money. When you wake up from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m., you engage in an activity that demands money. If you come in here, if you came with your own car, you bought fuel. The car, you use money to buy the car. The clothes you are wearing, you use money. And so everything we do revolves around money. And so if we don't have the principles, we don't have the knowledge behind money, then we are doing ourselves a great disservice. And that is why financial literacy is so important. It empowers individuals to make sound financial choices, to make informed financial decisions, to avoid financial pitfalls, and to create a better future for themselves and their families. And so financial literacy, we cannot underestimate the importance of financial literacy.
Since we cannot, we cannot push it under the rug with regards to financial literacy, I want us to intentionally track back. Maybe people are not getting the pictures of what we are seeing. See, what are some of the biggest financial challenges that people face today that maybe the financial literacy conversation we are having, maybe they feel that two gentlemen have gone to wear suit. No, we want them to understand that we know the pain they are going through. Maybe they don't know they are going through the pain. Please, let us tell them the pain.
Yes, so one will be rising costs of living. Yes. Inflation, like we spoke about. High living expenses. We can't even pay our rent. We can't even buy land. We can't. So there's a high cost of living. And this is why we need financial literacy. The ability to plan ahead. Do some forward thinking before you engage in some of these activities. There's also retirement issues. Retirement issues. Haircut and all those things. The old people, after going on retirement, the Senate contribution is not enough. And then even when they take their retirement money, they invest in investment that will destroy their monies. And so there's the need for us to get information on investment. There's the need for us to get information on how we can plan our retirement. Also, there's limited investment knowledge. It's also one of the biggest challenges. And so even when people are going to invest, they have that fear to invest. So a lot of people, when you do a survey, when you take 10 people and you ask them why they are not investing, they will tell you they are afraid they will lose their money. It is the education. And two, people also don't have the relevant knowledge about investment products and services. They don't even know where they can invest. They don't know the kind of products they can get access to. And so these are some of the challenges. That's why we need financial literacy, to be able to iron all these things out, give the right information to the people, so when they are going out there to invest, they know the kind of products they are going to pick. I tell people, when you are financially literate, when you go to the investment house, you decide the kind of investment you want to do. But if you are financially illiterate, when you go there, they will tell you, oh, this investment will help you, without knowing your financial goals, without knowing your objectives in life. So financial literacy is very key.
Wonderful. But how now do we tie up everything that we've been speaking about? We've been speaking about financial literacy, and we've been speaking about building wealth and changing lives. How do we how do we tie it in? How do we tie in the financial literacy education bit to create the wealth we want to see? No, to create the wealth I want to see.
Great.
When they see me create it, don't follow. Don't worry. Don't use me as
Sure. The best example you can give is yourself. Yes. And so when you are doing it and people see you, they will follow.
Thank you.
That's great. Yes. So with financial literacy, once you get the financial literacy skill set, it gives you knowledge, skills, and confidence. And you need these three things to build wealth. And then for you to build wealth, the first thing you need to do is to manage money wisely. Manage money wisely. And so every money that comes to you, manage it wisely. Know where you are putting the money. Know what you want to invest the money in. Know the percentage you even want to spend on your needs, on your wants. Do budgeting. Budget, understand your income, understand your expenses, set financial priorities. So you set goals for your life. Because without goals, everywhere you get is your destination. Let's say if I'm going to Kumasi and I don't know the location I'm going to, if I get to Obuasi, I can decide that Obuasi is Kumasi.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yes. And so if you don't have financial goals, at the end of the year, every money you get, you'll be happy with it because you didn't set any goal for it. So one thing I tell people, the moment you enter the new year, you need to have a goal for the new year. How much do I want to make in 2025? Have it down. And so at the end of the year, go back and look at it. Was I able to make this money? What prevented me? What can I do better? So 2026, I can achieve this goal. So this is what financial literacy does for you to create what. Another thing, when you're talking about how to build what, you also need to invest wisely. And with investment, there are certain things you need to understand. The investment that will work for me may not work for you because we have different goals, we have different objectives in life. And so anytime you want to invest, ask yourself, how do you want your investment to make you money? Yes. Someone wants income. If I invest in this, at the end of the maturity period, I want to get my money back and get the interest on it.
Sharp.
I don't want to stress my money at all. And so you invest in investment that will provide income. And so if I buy T-bill, at the end of the maturity period, I know I'm getting my money, I'm getting an interest on it. And that is also a form of income. But if you're looking for growth, someone wants to grow their investment over time. So you need to invest in an investment that will grow your money over time. So if you start a business, your money will have to grow over time. If you buy stocks, you may leave it to grow over time. If you're also investing towards the future, that will also inform you the kind of investment you need to do. And so if looking at investing towards the future and you invest in an investment that will mature in 3 months, at the end of the maturity period, you have to go for it. So when you're investing, 1, know how you want your investment to earn you money. 2, also look at the objectives. And then understand your risk appetite. Yes, there are people when they lose 10 CD, Charlie, that house, they no one will sleep.
Can't be fear.
But there are people who can lose 50,000 Ghana cedis and
smile at the storm.
Yeah, they are. So understand your risks. How much risk can you assume? Are you a high risk investor? Are you someone who wants to conserve your capital? That will also determine the kind of investment you do through. And all this will help you build wealth. If you miss this, you might put your money somewhere thinking you are creating wealth. By the time you decide to go for the money, the money is gone.
Wow.
And so what building, you need the financial literacy knowledge to actually help you build wealth. And once you build the wealth, that is where you can change lives. You can show people the blueprint. You can invest in other people. You can support other people. And so we need the financial literacy. We need to build the wealth and then leverage that to change the lives of people.
Wonderful. Leveraging on that to change the lives of people does not earn the same amount of money. So what are some key skills that, irrespective of your income per month, some little skills that at least you begin the journey to financial freedom and, building wealth to change your life?
Sure. So the first thing will be, there's a rule called pay yourself first. Pay yourself first. Yes. So every money that comes to you, pay yourself first. If you're a Christian, after paying your tithe, pay yourself second. So a percentage of every money that comes to you must go towards savings and investment. So if you earn 5,000, you can decide that once I get the 5,000, 10%, so that'll be 500, going into investment or savings. 20%, it can be. There are people who are saving 50% of their income.
And
so it's individual, just like you said. We all don't earn the same. So decide how much you can pay yourself with. The second principle will be use the budgeting rule, 50, 30, 20% rule. What this rule says is that 50% of your income should go towards your needs. And our needs are the things we need so our life can move on. Without them, our life cannot move on.
Yeah.
And so you need to spend 50% of your income on that. 30% should go into your wants. So the thing that you want to achieve. Maybe you want to buy a car. You want to go on vacation in Dubai. You want to travel the world. Save that 30% towards that.
Yeah.
And then the 20% should go into savings and emergency. So if something happens unexpectedly, if a family member calls you, you have that 20% saved, and then you can sort them out. Yes. So you can leverage some of these principles to your personal finance, and that will help you build wealth.
Wonderful. Peter, let's come back to the Financial Literacy Month. What are some of the things that are lined up for this month from your organization?
Great. So on the 12th of April, we are having the National Financial Awareness and Financial Literacy Conference. And so this is the 3rd edition of the conference. We are having it at the ISA Conference Center, University of Ghana. And we have a lot of speakers, great speakers coming on board. We have the CEO of Ghana Association of Banks. We have a partner from KPMG, Mr. Randolph Arnaud. We have a senior manager from Deloitte also coming on board. We have Professor Inokopokanchi from Academic City University. We have Professor Unina from Pentecost University. We have Dr. Yadon from University of Professional Studies. And so it's a packed event. We want people to live with practical principles.
Okay.
Not just any information. Information is available. You can just Google and get information. But then information that will work for you. Information that you can put into action. So actionable, practical, relevant information is going to be shared at this conference. And we are bringing key stakeholders within the financial space. And so financial service providers, financial product providers, to share with the audience what they need to understand, what they need to know before they take steps to build wealth. And then we also have market outreaches. So together with Prudential Life, we are doing 7 market outreaches. We are going to 7 marketplaces.
Okay.
We are going to Sinyane, Takoradi, Koforidia, Madina, Makola, just to engage the market women and men on their personal finance. We are also doing workshops, webinars, a whole lot of activity. We are doing financial literacy quotes. And we want to invite everyone this month. Share a quote on financial literacy on your WhatsApp status, on your Facebook timeline, on your LinkedIn, just to create awareness. Talk to your friends, your colleagues. Because I believe if you are the only rich person within your circle,
it's hard though.
You will suffer a lot.
It's hard.
Yes, so everyone needs to be rich.
Yeah.
We all need to be rich. We all need to get our finances in place. So that if you are going to have fun, we are all going, we are all, you see, it will make it more fun. So let's all get involved and then create that awareness so everyone can. Our main goal is to bridge the financial knowledge gap, help people improve their quality of lives, help people plan for their futures, so we can end inherited poverty. Because one thing I see is there's a lot of inherited poverty on the continent of Africa. We don't inherit wealth. We inherit poverty.
That's the first time I'm hearing that phrase. You know?
Yeah.
Inherited
poverty. And we need to solve it. And financial literacy is a necessity for us to solve it.
Wonderful.
Yes, it's a must-have for everyone.
Wonderful. Mr. Peter Asare Nyarko, thank you so much for making time off your busy schedule. He's a big man, you know. Yeah, he's a certified financial coach. So he came to coach me this morning, and I know you took lessons. And also, he's the executive director, not just the director, executive director, yes, Center for Financial Literacy Education, right here in Africa. So we'll be there on the 12th.
Sure.
I've told you I'll be there.
Great.
Yeah, together
I'll be
with
expecting you.
Yes, one of my people called Teddy.
Sharp.
Yes, his nickname is fantastic.
Sharp.
Yeah, when
Sharp.
I mentioned
Teddy Bear.
That is it. His nickname is Teddy Moo Bear. His nickname is. So thank you for coming through and having a conversation with us pertaining to the Financial Literacy Month. It's a whole month thing, but 12th, it's inside the University of Ghana. Let's go and listen to knowledge. Nothing beats knowledge and experience. You can always find knowledge everywhere, but experience accompanying the knowledge is what you should be seeking. That's the next level. And that's where we will be going, and we'll be there.
Sure.
Mr. Piero! Charlie. I can't see. Anyway, so that's that as far as that is concerned. With regards to the lifestyle, daily segment. Yeah, I'm saying, Charlie. Let's move on. Right up next after this is the plug. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Ruki. I'm a TV host and a self-styled chef. Cooking is my ultimate passion, and it's something I would say is my calling. Now, for those who cook a lot like me, there's one fact they always state. Ingredients decide how tasty your food is. And for me, the game-changing ingredients is water. Tap water at the moment is not the best option considering what's going on in the country. Also, such as water can taste weird and produce too much waste, so it's a no-no for me. My number one choice for cooking is Jibu water. Cooking with Jibu water enhances the flavor of your food. And it's not just that. Unlike other brands where you have to pour it from a heavy bottle, the 20-liter dispenser bottle comes with a tap that makes things so easy. So you see how simple it is with Jibu? Cooking with Jibu gives you big flavors and great taste without all the stress. Remember to cook with Jibu.
Jibu, transforming opportunity to thrive.
Hey guys, let's take a selfie.
Oh, wait.
Woo! The video!
We the young are not a complicated bunch. You see, we take each day as a clean slate. Why turn down the volume when you can turn up the vibe? This land wants you to live in the here and now.
The coolest.
There's so much more to see. Come journey with us.
Trailblazers aren't born. They are molded by vision, resilience, and a relentless drive to create change. Join us on April 12, 2025 at the UPSA Auditorium for an event that inspires transformation. Hear from our seasoned speakers including Kwame A.A. Opoku, author, futurist, and global speaker. Makeda Smith, founder and CEO of Savvy Chicks in Real Estate from the USA. Christian Boache Yadom, co-founder and CEO of Pizza Man Chicken Man. Ebenezer Isuman Amankwa, co-founder and COO of Pizza Man Chicken Man. Anthony Jamafer, CEO of Caveman Watches. Sir Elom J. Tete, global lead of the Psalmist International. Our keynote is from Dr. Stephen Deborah Ablometi, founder and CEO of CPL Developers. Your host for the event will be Moses B. author and CEO of Afrimart Atlantic. Get ready to embrace an experience that will inspire you to dream bigger and take courageous action. Remember, the date is on April 12, 2025. Time 11 a.m. prompt. Venue UPSA Auditorium. Remember to register with the code on your screen or with the link below. Let us unite to shape a brighter Ghana. Don't miss this moment. This event is proudly brought to you by Entrepreneurship Hub Africa in partnership with Pizza Man Chicken Man, proudly sponsored by MX24 TV.
Welcome to Deluxe Experience Ghana, your trusted partner in creating unforgettable events. From breathtaking stage designs to dazzling lighting solutions, we bring your vision to life with precision and creativity. Expect event planning and consultation services. Ensure every detail is taken care of so you can enjoy a stress-free experience. Capture every moment with our photography, videography, and live streaming services because every memory deserves to be cherished. Transform your event venues into a masterpiece with our exquisite interior lighting and permanent designs tailored to suit your style and theme. At Deluxe Experience Ghana, we don't just plan events, we create experiences. Let's make your next event extraordinary. Deluxe Experience Ghana. Think events, think Deluxe. Contact us today on 0267-837006 or 0545-038620 and 0545-037520. Deluxe Deluxe Experience Ghana. Think events, think deluxe.
Potter City and the World Prayer Center presents Dominion Praise 2025. Theme Ebenezer. Thus far has the Lord brought us as we celebrate 10 years of Potter City and the Praying Family Chapel. Ministering in song, Nathaniel Bassi. Diana Hamilton. Mercy Chinwo. Johnson Oyekan. Joe Metal. Ntokozo Mbambo. And the Potter City Choir. Your host is God Servant Nanase Pukusako dear. The date is Sunday, the 13th of April, 2025. Venue is the Potter City, Mutual Prom Prom, and the time is 4 p.m. prompt. Entry is free. Come, let's celebrate the Lord for 10 years of His favor, grace, and common mercies.
Into the world of fashion, where creativity meets innovation and beauty goes hand in hand with style. On Fashion Wednesday, we delve into the journeys of influential voices in the fashion and beauty industries here in Ghana. From emerging designers to seasoned professionals, we explore their stories, their crafts, and vision for fashion's future. Get the inside scoop on the latest trends, expert styling tips, and beauty hacks to elevate your look. Join me every week as we celebrate the art, the passion, and the people behind the scenes who make fashion more than what we just wear. This is Fashion Wednesday, where fashion comes to life. Catch Fashion Wednesday every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. on MX24 TV.
Drama, betrayal, faith, forbidden love. What would you do when life writes a chapter you didn't ask for? Every broken pen has a story to tell. Every story has a lesson to learn. But the question is, how do you fix it? The Broken Pen Show is back. Real stories, raw truths, and maybe, just maybe, the answers you've been looking for. Hi, ladies. Hi. Your story isn't over. Let's fix it together with a cold glass of Nax cocktail. Catch the Broken Pen Show every Thursday at 8 p.m. only on MX24 TV. My name is Yabita, and I am your host. Cheers.
The legend. KNIILANTE. It's a decision. That love me.
Amazing. On the show, I am John Jermaine.
Welcome to VIP Access Podcast. The second season is here.
Chidichitia.
Steady.
Take a dive into the stars behind Africa's music industry. From Kenyan contemporary music to hip-hop.
No, I'm happy to be here.
Soul, South African jazz to the best in pop music.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Then 2022 was now the surprise, guys.
I'm back. How did imagination rescue me as a kid?
The most powerful stories emerge behind the scenes.
Creativity has no bounds. Like, we are all intermingling and cross-pollinating.
I'll always be inspired if you keep on listening.
VIP Access is back like we never left.
Step into the virtual world with us, where our passion for gaming will produce unparalleled content like you've never seen before. You're welcome to the VGA Esports Show, where we'll be producing top-level esports action and the gaming stories from all around the world.
I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette.
This is what we want, because without media, people can't hear. And VGA's approach in creating the content, how they put the graphics together, it's much more appealing. And as I said again and again and again, they have documented our space in video, in graphics, in sounds as well.
VGA Esports Show, coming soon on MX24.
So welcome back. This is still the AM Club right here on MX24 TV. It's now time for the plug. But remember that we are still streaming live on X at MX24 GH, and also yes, we are active on YouTube MX24 GH. So go there and just like it, share the word, and let everybody else watch. I've been joined by two people. To my immediate right is Zaphne. Yeah, when I'm seated, she's called Daphne, but when I'm by her, it's Zaphne.
The Zaphne.
Yeah. And we also got someone special here. Yeah, he's Stanley. But before I get to Stanley, let me tell you something quickly about telemedicine. You might not know exactly what it is. It might sound as a strange concept to you, but Charlie, in today's fast-paced world, accessing quality healthcare should be simple and very, very convenient. Remember, that's why Equity Health Insurance presents the telemedicine product designed to bring expert medical consultation right to your mobile telephony device. Oh, with just a call, just one call. One call. You're connected to licensed doctors anytime, anywhere, whether at work, home, or even on the go. This service ensures that you receive prompt medical attention each and every time, prescriptions as well as medical advice without any hassle and any long queues at any medical facilities. For as little as 6 Ghana cedis. Yes, that is cocoa with 1 kosi a day. Yeah, but just as little as 6 Ghana cedis per month, you would be able to enjoy 24/7 access to doctors, prescriptions, and more. Listen, when referrals are necessary, they'll tell you over the phone that at this point in time you need some in-person contact, so just go to the hospital. 6 cedis a month.
Ooh.
Oh, 6 cedis a day, dear. Daphne, how many eggs are those?
How many what?
Eggs.
Eggs for 6 cedis. That's 2. 2 eggs. 3
a chopped egg chair. But anyways, you can call 0204 269 562. That's a 0204 269 562 or 0509 969 010 0509 969-010 to register today and experience hassle-free healthcare. Yeah, hassle-free healthcare. Some guys like Isaac, they need hassle-free healthcare. Oh yeah. So, Charlie, Equity Health Insurance, always here for you. Now, let's get into the plug today, Charlie. You know what we are doing today? You see, every time we bring in different people and all that, but today is going to be unique because we've got Stanley from Royal Art Studio. So it's actually the Stanley Royal Art Studio for a live pencil performance whilst we interact and try and understand the world from the perspective of a pencil artist. Yeah, Charlie, a lot of art and artists there, Charlie. Zaphne, Charlie.
Yeah, I think this is really amazing. First of all, he's already done one, and guess you know who this person is, right?
Yeah.
Who is that? Who is that?
Oh, that is Mame.
The Uduak.
Yeah, Mame.
She looks so pretty. You're not done. You've not finished. You didn't finish in the house.
No.
It's here you're coming. Wow. Well, it's nice to have you here in the studios this morning, Stanley. Good morning and welcome, and thank you for joining us at the plug right here on the AM Club. Now, I would like to first ask you, talk to us about growing up. How was it like growing up for you?
Okay, I would say growing up as an artist wasn't difficult for me. On my side, it wasn't that difficult because my parents support. Yeah. My parents support, very well. And I think as an artist, sometimes you may face some challenges, and for the challenges, I have faced some challenges.
You face challenges, yeah.
Because it's not easy. It's not easy from where I'm coming from, Sunyani.
Wow.
In the Brown Afro region. Yeah, so it's very difficult to get access to some of the tools that we use for pencil works and painting. Yeah, so that was the challenges, and also some of my colleagues sometimes they'll be laughing at me. Yeah.
Laughing at you, that what?
You see, I think sometimes the work that I depict on the board looks somehow
slightly
funny.
different, yeah. When you started.
When I started.
Okay. They didn't know that he was growing up to be someone amazing, special. Yeah.
But let me ask, has it always been pencil art for you, or
No.
you also grew up thinking or wanting to be a doctor? You know.
Okay, I would say childhood, we all have a dream, kind of thing, work to do. So when I was little, I thought maybe in future I would be a pilot.
Pilot?
Yeah.
Hey.
It's not late. It's not late.
It's not late. You think it's late because you're already in love with this one.
Yeah.
You're already in
No,
love
but
with
you can make so much money and then learn how to pilot a plane and then have your own light aircraft.
Right now, I'm doing Bachelor in Arts Education in the University of Uniba. So I think I want to be in this part.
Yeah. Well, when you were talking, you spoke about not getting tools when you started. So right now I'm seeing a concealer brush, which I need concealer brush myself to be trained. This man
This is a Madina market.
Talk to us about what are some of the essential tools you need when you're getting on or when you're starting a career in pencil art.
Okay, I would say as a beginner, you need the 2B, 3D, and also it's charcoal
2B, 3D. I hope you guys are writing it.
Yeah.
2B, 3D.
I remember 2B, 3D.
When we used to shade.
No!
Objection. Oh, we don't use that too.
See, Pretech.
Yeah.
Charlie. T-square, that's us.
Yeah.
Charlie.
So the first thing you need
But it's different.
Okay.
I think for pencil works, you have some specific pencil, graphite pencils, and also charcoal pencil that you have to use.
Slow down. Pencil. The normal pencil that...
It's not a normal pencil.
But you are mentioning types of pencil.
Yeah, 2B. Yeah. And let's see.
Graphite
pencil and charcoal.
Graphite and charcoal.
Okay. Yeah.
What's the difference?
Okay, this is charcoal. This one, it's a charcoal pencil. I think it comes from some charcoal wood.
Okay.
And we have a graphite pencil. That one is also, you have lead pencil and graphite pencil. It's different. But the one that we've been using for the Pretech is not as quality as the one that we use for the pencil work, normal pencil portrait works.
Okay. How long have you been doing this?
I would say professionally 7 years. Yeah.
7 years.
Yes, please.
Then that means that you can draw. But being in this for 7 years, what would you say has been one of the most challenging things you faced as a pencil artist, especially being in a country? I mean, let's face the fact that Ghanaians you're not really open-minded to all these things. So what would you say is one of the biggest challenges you faced in 7 years?
Okay, not only me, it's most of my colleague artists.
Okay.
I think some Ghanaians don't value arts like that. So whenever they see you painting, they'll be like, pencil keke no say.
Oh, I was about to say that.
Yeah, pencil keke, but it's not pencil keke.
Yeah, it is charcoal and granite. Right.
But you mentioned pencil keke na Jimmy say, and how lucrative is it though?
It takes time. I think the time, and I think for pencil work, you need to value it because it's purely natural. Let me say it that way, and also it entails a lot. Yeah. So don't just overlook an artist just like that.
But is it paying? Is it paying?
Oh yeah.
It's paying.
Yeah.
Okay,
it's the DB people. The DB people that they know.
But I don't do only pencil work. I do painting.
You do
I do
paintings and all of that.
Okay,
right,
but definitely before you come to you, one question.
All right.
You see, there's the grade kind of artistry or drawing people, drawing those grade lines and getting through them, and this particular one. Which one to you? Like you just said, you aside pencil art, you do other things as well. So between these two, which one do you like?
You mean
the grade when they draw the lines? Oh,
yeah. I've been doing those kinds of grading style techniques before, but now I don't I don't do that grading. I think I draw straightforward. Yeah. This is one of my painting works.
This is it's painting.
Yes,
this is painting.
This is painting.
This is not.
Is this you?
Yeah, that's
you drew yourself.
Yes.
Okay. So at this point, he's second.
No, but you see.
Wow.
So you are drawing. So this is celebrity.
I think I did this way back 2019.
Oh, okay. 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 But
wait. Producer, let's go back to King Promise. 2019, I want us to judge if has King Promise changed. No, producer,
it's the same.
2019 to now, still no hair growth.
Oh, why are you doing this?
I'm not doing no. I'm just saying. No, that's a style, you know.
Yeah, that's it. You know, earlier today we were discussing about signature look. So that's the signature look. All right, but I can see what you're doing. It's turning out amazing. how long would it take you to single
I would say
pencil art?
Artwork takes a lot of time when you want it to be a masterpiece. But you have a commission works that mostly use some, let's say, 2-3 days to do, and this is a still life work. For still life, I think within 30 to 1 hour, 1 hour you can do.
30 to 1 hour.
30 minutes to 1 hour you can.
Wow.
To put.
So how long did it take you to put this together?
Okay, I think I did a sketch within 5 minutes. So
this today?
Yeah.
Today?
Yeah.
So you put Mimi together today?
Yeah.
Mimi.
Just a sketch. So I'm applying the shades to make it more solid.
But talking about shading, how difficult is it to get the shading proportions right? Because depending on how the light reflects on the face at a particular point in time, you get a different shade at. Why? I'm getting technical. But how difficult is it to get the shading right each and every time?
I think as an artist, you have to get where your light source is coming from, so that you can depict the dark parts of the object to make it more solid. So as you can see, I'm depicting where the dark part is, and so that I'll get the solidity of the work.
What would you say is one of the biggest drawing you've ever done? Like one huge. Yeah.
I would say in last semester I did some painting that was an assignment from one of our lectures. It was very big, and I think that was some wheelbarrow guy drinking the water in the markets. Yeah.
A wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
Drinking.
No, a wheelbarrow guy drinking.
Oh, okay, and he was drinking water.
Drinking water, yeah.
That's so creative.
Yeah.
But
it was a very huge work.
Yeah.
That was my first time doing such a big work.
That's amazing.
Large canvas.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
You being a creative, being in the industry, the creative industry for 7 years, what would be one of the advice you give to someone who wants to pursue, anyone watching you right now who wants to pursue a career in pencil art?
I would say you are on the right path. Yeah. Art is very good work that you can gain more money from it. Say that,
You can get money for it, so you know it's helping you with your financials.
I would say, even with this, I'm getting some small commissions from it.
Oh.
And we have, I have a project work that I will be doing next semester, an exhibition with a colleague artist. I think, in case someone buy one of your artwork, you will get more money from it. Yeah. And sometimes art is not like how we always see it. Art speaks a lot. Yeah, art speaks a lot.
He's being poetic here. Wow.
But do you have a gallery where we can go to, or people can go to purchase your work? Because you just spoke about, cash.
I would say right now, I'm now working on that side to get a gallery. Let's say after school, I'll get big gallery. I'm working on that one.
But how are you doing it though, combining both school and then art? Because first of all, what are you studying in school?
Art education.
Painting and sculpture. Right, so you're literally doing your thing. Wow, that's amazing. Well, Stanley, it's amazing. So wait, if you with you seeing my face right now, when you go home, will you remember my face and still be able to? I'm shooting my shot.
Which shot?
I'm shooting my shot.
Which is shot too?
I think I can do a portrait of you though. Yeah.
Make sure the ears are small.
All right, but before we wrap this up, now that there's a new government in, do you pencil artists feel maligned by when the fact that we mentioned creative arts and you guys are sort of almost the last people mentioned in line to it? How would you, in your own little way, want to change that narrative?
Yeah, I've been thinking about that one for a long time. Yeah. I think always musicians and then, let me say, the artists, how do I call it?
The actors and actresses?
The actors and the actresses, yeah. I think Ghanaians always mention their name and then our names will be at the last. But I would say they shouldn't always look on that side. We are all an artist. We have performing art and we have creative art, visual art, let me say it that way. Yeah. So we are under visual art and we are under performing art. They should also look at our side too.
It's all storytelling. Yeah. You guys are doing amazing work.
Anyways, we're about to leave. I want your final words. Maybe you get me to start.
You make me shade some small.
Okay, no problem. Please be here. You are going to touch shading again. I beg you.
Or you sue me.
Oh no.
When I make a mistake.
Be here. I beg you.
Please. Please.
But Stanley, we're about to bounce out of here. So Stanley is from Stanley. He has some fine work going on inside the Royal Arts scene and things, But just share with us your social media handles. How can we reach you? Because maybe I know some people's wives and girlfriends' birthdays are coming through. They are behind the cameras and things. Yeah, but they want to impress, so they want to go and talk to you on the low side on social media.
Sure, okay. All social media, the name is Stanley Royal Arts.
Stanley Royal Arts. One word.
Yeah, Stanley Royal Arts. Yes. On all social media.
All social media platforms.
All social media platforms.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Stanley, it's been an insightful conversation. I know about 2D, 3D, granite, cement.
It's graphite.
Graphite and all of graphite. Yeah.
Lead.
Yeah, lead pencil.
See,
and charcoal.
Yeah. So from I asked you to give me one big word. You didn't do. He has given me words for arts. When I'm walking and someone asks me, "How are you?" I am graphite. And thank you very much.
Charlie, that's as far as that is concerned for today on the AM Club. Thank you for joining us on TV, online, and everywhere else. My name's Sedinam Edmund. I did this for your regular host, Mimi and JKD. And in the final stages, I was joined by Her Royal Excellency, Zaphne. Yeah. Charlie Stanley. I mean, you paint me, so
I'll paint you.
When I see you, I'll pass by.
Anyways, guys, keep the conversation going. And remember, if you want the very latest, just log on to www.mx24online.com for the very latest from every aspect. From sports, news, business insight, and much more.
You didn't mention entertainment.
Entertainment.
Yes, thank you.
We're out for now. Adios.
Bye-bye.